Ooh, good evening. What were you reading, Tom?
Actually, oh shit, I put it down and then it slipped off the desk. My dear friend, who I posted pictures about when they came to visit us at Disney World. Anyone that reads The Wheel of Time will know. Oh shit, what's his name? Aziel Thone from The Wheel of Time. He's one of the Two Rivers bowmen that hangs around with Perrin a lot. When he came to visit, he told me that their daughter, who is like 10, I think, yeah, either 9 or 10, wrote a book.
Well, that's incredible.
They sent it to me. And so basically, the way it was explained to me by Harper, the author and artist, cover artist, was it's Avatar: The Last Airbender meets Paw Patrol.
Oh, okay.
And they're the creatures that are like the main characters in it are merpups.
Merpups, interesting.
Yes, they're aquatic puppies of some kind.
Very cool. Well, welcome back to Monday night and our X-Men 97 rewatch. Where are we now? 7 and 8?
Episode 7 and 8. Hello, friends.
7 and 8. It's going so quickly. Hey, guys.
Yes. But speaking of friends, I missed you last week, Gnomegard. What's up, buddy? We have a great friend hanging out backstage waiting to come in, and I want to bring her in quick because I miss her face because I only get to see her when we do stuff like this or go to conventions.
Look, here comes an awesome guest.
Yay.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, friend.
Hello, friend.
The amazingly wonderful, supremely talented Ariel Burgess. What's up?
Hello.
Artist extraordinaire.
Thanks.
I have many of your, actually, let me do the very slow scroll of my camera. Can we? Yeah, there we go. There it is. I got a couple of your pictures. I got one up there, and then I got back down, and then I got another one over here.
Mm-hmm.
The crone in the corner. Mm-hmm. There is a ton of Ariel art around my house. Actually, it's all of the art in my house is from, like, I wouldn't say 90% of it is from Jordan Kahn from Friends.
Yeah, same here. And I look around and I'm like, I know some really amazing people, and there's that little imposter syndrome that's like you're not actually that cool. The people that like you are just your friends. And then I'm like, well, I gotta stop making friends with everyone that likes my art.
No, that's not true.
Yeah,
so I can tell you right now, there is, like, in the greater Wheel of Time community, the majority of like everyone's vision of the characters prior to the show coming out was Ariel art, Paul art, and probably Etzel Arnold. Joe too, obviously, but Joe didn't since he focused more on like Joe O'Hara, obviously. Mm-hmm. He focused more on like Twatcast and stuff. He didn't really push his art so much because he wasn't like an artist first, I guess is the best way to say it. That I really feel like, when I pictured the characters prior to the show, and that's just because that's how my brain works. Now that I've seen them, it's hard to not picture them that way. I defaulted to your art a lot, especially for Moiraine. I loved your Moiraine.
Thank you. Yeah, I've had a lot of people tell me that, and it's the biggest compliment because it's really was my goal. And I did a lot of trying to figure out like what my mental image matching with what the books say, and then matching with what like the general public agreed upon, like casting or what they might look like. But now, having seen the show, there's definitely some things that I would do differently given permission from all the art directors that I had. Because there were 6 people who got to decide what came and went in any of the official art. And so there are definitely decisions on them that weren't totally mine. And there are things that I would change and love to redo these days. Yeah.
Oh, Rosa.
Thanks.
I grabbed the Maureen picture so I could show a better one and not just the one that's up on my wall. But this is obviously like one of the more famous ones, the split one, and it's because it was such an impactful moment, and then obviously, especially for anyone who's been to JordanCon in the last few years, when Leslie cosplayed it that 1 year was amazing.
The coolest, the huge compliment when you have somebody cosplay like your art. And that year that she did it, there were like 6 other cosplayers of different art of mine, and so it was like I actually got a photo with all of them. There was a wise one from the card deck, and I met a Tuan from the card deck, and she was like amazing, amazing. And somebody Marissa did Damsel in Distress, like that's an underdog, like my favorite book cover I've ever done. And then there was a Grendel that was dressed as the painting. She was the model for the painting, and she was dressed as the painting. Like she was like Inception Grendel. So it was really cool. So we got a picture like all of us together. But I mean, it was really incredible, like what she did. And I felt so bad like making such a complicated painting. But it was partly Cooper's fault, my partner, because
there's so many details in it.
Yeah, well, like I was originally gonna have her just like covered with Tom's cloak, and we were talking about it, the scene, and he was like, "Well, remember, like she wasn't wearing anything under it. Like maybe have like a little bit of a hip like showing, and as the dress is like forming over her." And so I was like, "Okay, like I'll do that," and painted it, and like so many people were mad about it. Like really, I had got so many angry messages like, "You've made Moraine slutty," and I was like, "Have you read the book? She's naked all the time." Like, what do you mean? So it was really fun to get to paint her hip, but and to get to paint somebody who is like more my body type, because I am also 5 foot, and have stupidly big hips, and so like being able to draw somebody who is shorter, which it's just like your proportions are not always like they're not elongated because you're short. So it was fun to do.
Oh yes, sorry, Rapunzel, but Noman Garden got it. Yes, it says sorry, I'm an indoor cat. Yeah, because that's how I feel today. A lot goes into the art, especially your art, and especially the Wheel of Time art, because you're such a super fan and you have such a love for it that you put so much attention to the detail in it, and that honestly that showed in the work. So just
thank you.
Bravo always.
That was one of my favorite ones because I really wanted to put every little hint in, because to me it's always so cool when somebody comes up and they're like, "I just noticed this detail." Like for I've had it on my wall for like years. Yeah. Like that Maureen has both Rand and Tom's letters in her, or Randon, the letters that she sent like in her pouch, like her hip pouch, and she has the coins that she gave the kids, and like just there's lots of little things. And I even went in and did the embroidery on Tom's cloak is like some of the embroidery from the other characters from like the card art. So like Elaine's dress is in there, and it's just like little things that I'm like, no one's gonna see this, but one person might. And that will be exciting.
That's and if that isn't the embodiment of the Wheel of Time, I don't know what is. Especially like the idea of going back and having a piece of art on your wall for years and then going and finally noticing a detail in it that you never noticed before. That's the most Wheel of Time something can be, I feel like.
I know, like, and for the land poster, he has a lock of Nynaeve's hair, like the second half of her braid is on his belt. If you like look closely at it. It's so cool. Like you have the original art. Familiar at First Sight is funny because it's one that I have painted over like 4 times. I've repainted that painting, and I'm done with it. I'm not going back to it, but it's now in like full color. And this Steampunk City one was originally supposed to be like the future city of the Age of Legends. And JordanCon hired me to do that, and I was like, guys, I don't do anything like this ever. Like I don't do cities, I don't do steampunk, I don't do like architecture and structure, because I love those things, but I'm like not good at them. I sat down and was like, okay, how am I gonna do this? So I just ended up doing like these like airships and stuff, and it's still one of my favorites. Yeah, like
Mine too.
yay, I'm glad.
It gave me, and I don't know if it was I don't know if we've had this talk before. I don't know if I'm recalling a talk that actually happened or if I'm making it up in my head as I speak right now, but we'll find out in a second. It really gave me serious like Final Fantasy. I forgot which one had the okay, or maybe we have talked about it before. The Red
I don't
Wings
remember
Final
having this
Fantasy.
conversation, but
Okay.
yes, I love Final Fantasy.
Yes, and it gave me like the feeling of like the Red Wings from Final Fantasy, which was the name of the airship company that like
Yeah.
I think the main character was Cecil in that one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. It's been a long time. It was like Final Fantasy 4 or 5 or something on Super Nintendo.
Well, I grew up on Final Fantasy, so like I'm sure that things like that eke into my art because they're my influences. Just like I grew up on Disney and X-Men, and before X-Men was part of Disney.
Yeah, I was apprehensive about it in the beginning, but honestly, it's been but it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Thus far, and it's because I feel like Disney has really gotten out of. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things that Disney does wrong in many aspects of their company, but for the most part, with this stuff, it seems like they're getting out of the way of the creatives more in the studios and letting the people that aren't the creatives, like the studio heads and stuff, are getting out of their way more and allowing the final product unadulterated by them reach us, and it's for the better. Yeah.
And I was actually really excited because I was like, okay, well, they have a lot of money to do this. And looking at what they had done thus far, like up to when they bought the rights, I just felt like there had been such a good job to like more and more be accurate to the books and the fans, because they recognize that there's a massive built-in fan base that wants to see the comics, the animations, like everything, in live action or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And the speaking of the animation, since you're an artist and I have you here, but first I have to shame Erin again, because yet again another thing that she hasn't seen, or for the fact that she then said I've never seen it really makes me extra sad, because it's a video game, Erin. It's a video game. You know this.
Well, it's many video games.
It's many video games, but
there
it's really just not.
There are 2 movies.
That's true. There are a couple, and well. Is it 2? That one that came out like way long time ago, like
that I saw in the theater.
Yes, me too.
I was a mega fan.
It had a weird name.
It was so not Final Fantasy. Like it was like such a big departure, and everybody in the audience was so confused. You do have to see.
That's fair.
Maybe.
Because famously, when people talk about engaging with video games, they talk about seeing them and not playing them or anything.
Yeah. And then Advent Children was
Advent. That was it. Advent Children is the one with it had like a weirdish name.
Right, but it was basically Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, it was just Final Fantasy VII essentially, but they named it Advent Children for whatever reason. But the art question that I had for you was, so the art style in the show and in X-Men 97, I love it. It's reminiscent of the 90s while at the same time like elevated.
I love it. I like that it is smooth. Sometimes I didn't love like some of the thickness of the line work. I have one major gripe with X-Men 97, and that is that Jean Grey's eyes are green. They have always been green, and it bugs the fuck out of me that they had her eyes blue this entire show.
Is it, and I'm making this up right now, I have no information on this. This is just a question that popped into my head. Is it them fucking with the whole she's not Jean, she's a clone thing, or is it just a mistake?
Both of them had blue eyes. I think
both of them had blue eyes. Okay, see that I didn't notice that.
I think it's just a mistake. I only noticed it because I'm like a massive Jean Grey fan.
Fair,
so.
That's fair.
And it's a tiny gripe, but it's just like, come on, get her eyes color right. But otherwise, I loved it, and like I think probably two of my favorites, just animation wise, and the way that they looked and moved. Like Storm and Rogue looked so good. Like the Rogue, like both of them, just incredible. All of it was really good, and it was like, yeah, Forge, woohoo, Bishop, and like, but like Storm and Rogue look so good. And people love to like, you know, rosy glasses the past. Like if you look at the original animation, it was really good, but there are definitely like some frames that are pretty funny. Like if you pause it.
Yeah, like here's an original. Oh, it's a action pose too. I forgot.
Yeah.
But like it's still rough.
Yeah. And you know, you look into like it was no animators union, like there wasn't good pay, like they were rushed to do a lot of stuff, like
they had barely any money.
Yeah, they had barely any money. And so you look at it and they're like, okay, well, these people did a heroic job given the task they were given to create that show.
I mean, like I feel like in some ways, and we've talked about this before, but in some ways, like it was a blessing that the studios didn't care as much about the cartoons then, and like didn't invest a lot of effort into them, because it allowed the writing to really flourish, because they didn't have people sitting over them, like making sure they didn't do stuff and like telling them to do certain things and not to. They were just like, yeah, go ahead, write those stupid cartoons, do whatever you want. And we had like really good storylines, really powerful storylines sometimes.
Right. Yeah. Well, and this, I feel like this show in particular, like, yeah, there's things they skim over and there's things that they go pretty quickly, but Cliff Notes wise, it's pretty good to the comics, like in that time period that they're following in the 90s. And like I don't know, like there's definitely some differences, but I felt like, you know, addressing like all the points that they do with Magneto and Asteroid M and well, I forget his name, like the game show guy, Mo something. I think my brain always tries to like make me forget it because he's so creepy.
The episode 2 and 3 were all and Cable and everything. Like it was really cool to see so much of it like in movement, because so I have dyslexia, and I really struggled to read when I was a kid, and the way that my parents finally got me reading was my dad had bought X-Men comics and Sailor Moon books, and like the first generation of Sailor Moon that came out like into the United States. And so like I like reading the Phoenix Saga was like really one of the first things that got me reading. And so like X-Men was like my jam before. The X-Men comics were one of the only comics that I really kind of paid attention to when I was a kid. Like I've said it a bunch of times, but like there was no comic stores by me, but one of my friends was huge into comics, and his older brother was also really into comics. So they would go to stores. Well, he would go to a store all the time and pick, and they had I'm not sure if it was a shared obsession for X-Men or because his older brother liked X-Men, therefore he also had to like it. But, that was how I got to see a lot of X-Men, and I'm not sure if it was just because of the exposure or because it was just so like, you know, X-Men always dealt with like, you know, it was an allegory for queer people and black people and Jewish people and like, you know, just marginalized people in the 60s, 70s, 80s. So since, you know, I was bullied and things like that in school, I think I kind of gravitated to them more because of that. But
yeah, Phoenix Saga is a hell of an opener, and it really was like my dad, who was also a redhead. Both my parents are redheads, and my brother and me. And so he was like, "You're a redhead. You will like this. Here's a redhead character on the front. Here you go." Like
that's some strong genes right there.
Yeah, and he had read X-Men for a while, and I feel like he just didn't really think about like that I was like, you know, 6 or 7. like here you go, guys. Like,
I found a good image of a comparison between the two animation styles. Like it's barely noticeable, but you can really tell in the crispness of things.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they definitely
the background.
Yeah.
For sure.
The backgrounds are like beautifully matte painted, and the way that they they spent more time on the animations, and probably because they know people can digitally like pause it. Back then it was like
no one cared about that.
They didn't think that you couldn't do that. Like even if you recorded it on VHS.
Who's gonna put a tape in their VCS?
Yeah. Right.
And record it. Oh,
we did. We
that's true.
Recorded every episode
that's
we
true.
could get.
I recorded a lot of stuff.
Because for the longest time you couldn't get X-Men. Like you couldn't find it anywhere. And so like that was all we had to rewatch it.
Yep. That was the thing. You couldn't rewatch things back in the day. That's why maybe that's why I'm so obsessed with rewatching things now. Like and hence here we are.
Yeah, well, not even that, but like because the rights were like weird about it, like you couldn't get X-Men specifically. It was one of like just like gargoyles. Like it was really hard to find gargoyles for the longest time. I found like the first half of season 1 on DVD, like, and it was like a bootleg thing for gargoyles like years ago. And I bought it as fast as I found it. So I was like, oh my God, I can't find it anywhere.
And you know what? There's a one really good thing that Disney has done since they picked everything up is everything is on there, including gargoyles, which is fantastic. I've watched gargoyles at least twice since I've got Disney Plus.
Yeah, and now you can like a whole new generation can get introduced to these, and they're not hidden. And like, there was so much work done on them that they should be seen.
Yeah, Erin thought we had on-demand television for a long time. I remember us talking about that when we first got together. She also snuck in when we were chatting, and she picked up the book off the floor. This is the
oh my gosh, it's so cute.
This is the book. That's the cover art, and it's let's get her name in there by Harper Grace.
Oh, that's cute.
And it's a legit book. Like it's not like I have books from Tor that are, smaller than this book. Like this is it's a legit book. Like this one is the one I got from Tor that I just did a book review on, and this is from her, and it's a pretty good book. She also does some fun stuff in here that like I do when I write all the time, which is so here, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but she puts things in parentheses. I don't know if you can, there you go.
Oh,
so she puts like her thoughts in parentheses. Yes, I think so. Aisha asked, please don't make a bunch of your dad memes now that I read that part. It's really annoying. So it's like, because she did a dad joke in the line before. So like,
that's funny.
She puts like little side comments and like snarky things in parentheses, which is what I do when I write things all the time.
Me too. It's also a really common neurodivergent thing. Like it's
is this another thing?
Yeah.
It's super common for like ADHD people to do that. Like I do it all the time. Yeah.
I keep finding out everything I do.
Yep, me too. I was like, I thought I was unique. Like, nope.
That's fine. I like finding that we have that there's more of us out there that do it's the nonsense nice, that I do.
With the internet, that we can actually like, before the internet, we all felt like these things were individual, and it was just like a weird thing that I don't tell anybody about that I do. And now we know it's like, oh, everybody like me does this. Cool. Like now I can mention it, and they know exactly what I'm talking about.
Exactly. So you can identify the indies. Bonus content.
Yeah.
Wow, I never thought of it like that, but wow.
Bonus content. I like it.
Also, like neurotypical people don't go around being like, that's an ADHD thing. Like it's people with ADHD, because you like recognize it, or like autism. you recognize it like so much.
That's hilarious.
Like, Cooper and I were watching Reacher, and we were like, he is so autistic coded. Like is so like, which is great. Reacher. They deserve an action hero. Like it's amazing. Like
and like, have you seen interviews? And I know we're going way off top. I don't care. Yeah. Have you seen interviews with Alan Richardson?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I fucking love him so much.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen him like get asked something on a red carpet or a premiere or something, and like his answer is like the first thing that pops in my head too.
Yeah. Well, he's probably also neurodivergent. Did you know he sings? Like
probably.
He sings really well.
He sings really, really well. Yeah. I saw that. I forgot which he was in. Something where Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Mm-hmm.
He was in an episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine like a while back. He played like the young version of one of the old fat shitty cops that's on that show. And he sang in that. And I was like, what? He has the voice of an angel. It's like Helmsworth, like Chris Helmsworth. He's good looking. He's a good actor. He's a nice guy. And he has the voice of an angel and he could sing. Like, this is just too much in one person. This is
probably has weird toes or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's gotta be something.
Yeah. He's got that one, like not the big toe or the next one over. The third toe is the longest one. That's the weird thing that he's got.
Yeah.
All right. So one of the things that we usually do in the night before or the week before we do like, you know, a new show or a movie like we're doing next week is tell you guys who won. But I can't really do that tonight because technically I can, but it only won by one vote. So since everyone here are the people that come like every week and hang out with us to watch stuff, and odds are next week when we watch whatever movie it is we're going to watch, you guys are going to be here too. I want to do a live vote for the two movies that were the top two. So the movie that won by one vote was Blade. So I made a thumbnail for that. But the next one down with exactly one last vote was Superman 2025. So there should be a poll in the YouTube chat right now for Blade. By the way, Blade 1998 and Superman 2025 for those two movies for what we will watch next week. Don't let the idea of having to find those movies bother you with whether we watch them or not. We will have a suggestion on how to watch them in the Dragonmount Discord. So if next week you don't have a way to watch and follow along with us, just navigate to the Dragonmount Discord and I'm sure you'll find a way to watch the movie and follow along with us. I'll just leave it at that for now. But yeah, so go and check the
there are 4 more episodes. We're just taking a little
well, there are 2 episodes tonight and 2 episodes next week. Yep. So what we're going to do is take a break in between the finale and this one, since this series is so short. I figured we would watch a movie just before the last thing. And also because next week I may or may not be able to be here. So I wanted to be here for the finale. So that's why we're doing the movie thing. But odds are I'll be here. So we're going to watch a movie next week and then the finale of X-Men the week after that.
Ooh, it's 50-50 right now.
Yeah. But I don't know if anyone noticed, I didn't mention when I put it up because I'm also bad at my job. The guests for next week are Kay Sadai from the Leafcast and the fabulous super fan and our favorite spicy actress, London River. Or I don't know. I was going to say, aren't they both technically spicy actresses now? And should we pick favorites amongst them? No, I don't think we should. But yes, we love both of them and the Leafcast boys, my puppets, felt brothers from other mothers, I guess, from if they're felt. I don't know what would birth felt things, but I digress. Let's get ready to watch the show though for tonight, the X-Men show. So I'm gonna queue up the watch party now. Let me get that going, and then we'll give everyone a little bit of time to get it going, get it ready. If you don't want to follow along with the watch party little majigger that we use, which is teleparty, you can just no, that's not it. Where's the clock? There it is. Boop, there's the clock. You could follow a little clock on the bottom of my screen and I'll align the times and you can catch up that way. But I will share a link to the watch party, which is Teleparty is the name of the watch party that we use. Legit web extension for your whatever browser you use, though it does work best on Chrome. It just allows us to watch things together and works better than the internal watch party features on all the crap.
I don't know what Tom's doing, but I 100% got my phone and voted.
Oh, I voted.
I have opinions.
Yeah, I will hold back the movie that I voted for until we pick it. But Ariel, why don't you tell us, like, out of the 2 movies, which one would you pick?
It's a really hard choice because I really like both and I love vampires, but I've been on a Superman kick, so I would vote Superman because because I'm basically married to Superman, so that's kind of my
Okay. I mean, he does kind of a lot look like Clark Kent, especially this new one with the mussed up hair.
Yep. The dark hair and the blue eyes. And when we saw it, like, he was super emotional after, because he was like, this is who I try to be. Like, and I was like, you are.
Super so much.
He's had the Clark Kent like nickname at JordanCon forever.
Oh yeah. And but he looks a lot like the David Cornsweet. Like when he's like, don't get me wrong, he looks a lot just like David Cornsweet. They have very similar facial features, but the hair, specifically when he's like Clark Kent, it was like, I just thought of that. It's very Cooper hair.
Yeah, it's true.
Tom, we figured it out.
Cat hair can be felted. Felt Tom is the son of a cat. I'll take it. I'll totally take it. I'll take it, Rapunzel. I like
Solid logic.
Yeah, so I got that queued up, ready to go. So, I mean, Superman was great, and I really, really loved it, like, for so many reasons. Like, David Cornsweet, like, this Superman is like the Saturday morning cartoon animated series Superman.
Yeah.
Perfectly. Like, it's just that character. But maybe even a little bit better, I would maybe.
Tom,
yeah,
in the private chat too. Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to give you guys the link. I just gave it to our viewers and not you guys.
Yeah, no.
Sorry. I just put it in the private chat, and I'm gonna put it back in the regular chat again to give everyone a minute to get it going. But Blade, oh my god, I think, like, and not because I love this movie so much, but I love Blade. I do enjoy Anchorman, the movie, but when it first came out, like, we quoted it so much, but I think the only movie that I would have quoted more or close to it in my life would be Blade.
Really? That's your most quoted movie? I
have said, do you think this is a fucking game? You're not ready to roll with this? Like 1,000 times in the last 6 months. And that's from Blade 3. That's not even from the first Blade. And I have called people, trigger warning, I'm going to curse, cock juggling thunder cunts like 1,000 million times in my life. Also from Blade 3. But
it would have to be a close tie between We're in the Army Now and Multiplicity, as movies that I saw way too young as a kid.
Wallet for my pizza.
Huh?
Wallet for my pizza.
Uh-huh. She touched my peppy, Steve.
He touched my peppy, Steve. I've said that a lot too.
Way too many times, very, very young. So that's just in my lexicon. What's your most quoted movie, Ariel? Like, what things just
Fifth Element. Fifth Element and Princess Bride, probably, or Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Definitely Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Like, huge tracts of land is something I say all the time. Like that one, and who would just say like you would just say it,
Anytime someone says boom, or I hear the word boom in my life, I go unjala boom.
I really think it's like a neuro-spicy thing.
Oh yeah,
though, because I went and saw Hamilton in theaters last week, and for the next, like, really up until just like today was the first time it didn't happen. Someone would say something in real life, and like a song would come in my head, and it would just play over it, and I would be like repeat, And I've talked to other people that are like, no, I don't think of movie quotes or songs when people.
It has a name.
What's called?
It's called echolalia. It's when something triggers something and it gets stuck in your head repeatedly, like a phrase or a song. But like that happens to me all the time, and I cannot have a conversation without getting multiple songs stuck in my head, and then they blend.
Ooh, interesting. I know it's stemming. Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Stem of mine.
Okay, that makes sense. If they're familiar comfort things. Okay, that makes sense. Another one is anytime I eat chicken, it's chicken. Chicken
good. I do the chicken good. Yeah. Same. I do that one. Yeah.
Yeah. It's never like the quote that everyone knows from the thing. It's always like some weird one that just is in there for some reason.
Yeah, or the it's like I do that one a lot.
Yep. And
super great, of course.
Our friends that were living with us for a while, after the storms, they have a cat. His name is Cornelius, but not when he lived here. It was Victor Cornelius every time I saw him.
Cornelius, yeah. Yep. I would do that too. I had a Corbin Dallas and a Lulu Dallas cats.
Multi-pass.
And, multi-pass.
I know what movie I'll be watching tonight when we get off stream because I can't stop thinking about it.
It was my brother's 40th birthday last week, and so I flew out to Maryland, and his wife rented a theater, and he asked, he said he wanted to see a movie that he never got to see in the theaters because he was a kid, and so she got permission from the studio to do screening for The Fifth Element. And so and we filled the theater with friends and family that he knew.
Oh, that's awesome.
So he got there and it was everybody he knew, and we watched The Fifth Element. It was so cool to see it in the theater. It's such a different experience.
I definitely saw it when it came out, but I don't remember seeing it in the theater. I don't have the recollection.
I was too young.
Is this a Watchmen reference?
Which one?
The Nomen Garden. I'm so glad I ordered the 4-legged chicken. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. I got the thing queued up. So before the watch party, the only negative thing about the teleparty thing that I've noticed is that it times out after a while.
Good job,
I love when my brain works.
Which was another amazing adaptation and did not get enough credit.
The HBO one, right?
Watch both Watchmen and
I liked the movie, but the HBO one was
the HBO one is a whole nother class of incredibleness, but it wasn't a adaptation of the book specifically. It was after the books. But it was still incredible. But the movie was a really good adaptation. They just didn't include the comic book part and the alien part. That was literally the only thing they got out.
Yeah, pretty much.
I thought it was really good.
I enjoyed the movie. I just enjoyed the HBO one more, and mainly just because there was more of it. I think.
Yeah.
If we had 3 Watchmen movies, I may have said otherwise. But just because there's only the one, it's an hour and a half long, and then it's over. It's you can only watch it over and over again so often. But the TV show I watch is one of those shows that I could just put on and just leave on. I feel like.
Yeah, and it's it was an incredible mini series, but I just wish it had gone on longer. It was so good. It should not have been canceled.
All right, I'm gonna give everyone a countdown and press play. So if you're waiting to follow along with the timer, I'm going to press play in a second. And if you're in the watch party watching along, just hang out and watch. You shouldn't have to do anything. If it doesn't start playing for you, just refresh the page and it should be fine, or click the link again and it should start working for you. All right, here we go. Gonna start it in 3, 2, 1, and play. Okay. It is playing and the time is lined up. I believe it's playing the right episode. No, it is not.
No, you're on.
All right. Sorry, guys. 7. All right. I'm pausing it. And then I'm going to instruct everybody how to leave the watch party now that I've started it. So let me restart the thing because it started playing episode 8 for some reason. So at the top of the watch party thing, click close chat. And then there's a little arrow with icons that'll pop up on the side if you move your mouse over it. And it'll say leave party. Click that. And then I'll start a new party with the correct episode. This is what happens when I watch it during the day too much and don't go back and double check to make sure I rewound the episode. Yep. Wow. It's funny. We've come full circle. You used to have to rewind tapes, but now if you stop watching something too soon in a streaming service and it saves your progress, you have to rewind it. So it doesn't
be kind, rewind.
Yeah. See, I find that funny. This is how my brain works. I'm sorry.
Tom, have you and Aaron played the Blockbuster game?
The Blockbuster game?
There's a Blockbuster game.
Oh, the trivia game?
The board game. The trivia game, yeah.
I have one that's it looks like a VHS cassette tape.
Uh-huh, yes.
Yeah, okay. Yes, I have
just played that for the first time this weekend. It was very fun.
I love movie trivia games. I usually, if I'm not playing with, and Ariel, you'll know these people. I don't know if you met them at JordanCon, Crystal, Jenna and Chris. If I'm playing with Jenna and Chris, it's neck and neck. If I'm playing with almost anybody else, I win.
Wow.
Funny thing is, I met them at JordanCon, but Jenna lived 45 minutes from me for like 28 years. And I had no idea. Like,
that's crazy.
She lived a town, like a couple towns over, and my mom literally just moved to that town. And I was like, so there was one time I actually got dinner with Jenna in Maryland.
When you lived before you
when
you
I
didn't live there
after
anymore.
I moved, like I moved to Minnesota and I came back and then I like
That's
got
funny.
dinner with her. Yeah.
That's fun. It sucks that happens because it would have been great to have, hang out with your friends more.
I know. Like I was always like, I'm so
before
lonely.
you met them.
Yeah.
All right. I posted the link to the new watch party in the regular chat and now in the private chat. And then we will do a countdown again in another like minute or so. But I guess in the meantime, we can end the poll. So let's end the poll and see what won. And since I'm in, I don't think it's going to show the poll in chat here. So Erin can tell us who won.
There were 6 votes. Blade won with 67%.
Okay. So more people voted for Blade. So we're watching Blade. All right.
Hey.
Nice.
That's what I voted for.
I love Blade. So I'm very excited. I'm so happy, by the way, also that they were able to bring Blade back in Deadpool vs. Wolverine. That was like that. Wesley Snipes came back and did it too.
It was so good.
Yeah, he did. I forgot what he did recently. He did a interview recently, and they asked him about it, and he was like, "I didn't think Disney would go for it. I didn't think." It doesn't show in chat on
StreamYard.
StreamYard though.
It does on YouTube though.
And he was like, "Oh, I didn't think Disney would go for it. I didn't think, Kevin Feige would want to do it." And then when Ryan Reynolds called me and was like, "Hey, everyone's on board. That's why I'm contacting you. So yeah, like let's do this." And they were like, "Yeah, let's do it." And he jumped at the opportunity to do it. He was very excited. But he's also said in that same interview that he's excited to see what they do with Mahershala Ali because he loves Mahershala Ali. So I am also excited for that because I also love Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, it'll be really good if they can ever make the movie.
Yeah, I hope they make it. It's gone through a ton of rewrites. I don't know if people had heard this, but interesting thing. So if you've seen Sinners, also a vampire movie, all of the costuming for like the extras in that movie came from the Blade movie, because originally the Blade movie, when they first started writing it, was going to be a period piece set in like the early 1900s. And they trashed that idea and got rid of all the costumes, but Sinners bought them all up, all the extras though, not like the main costumes.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So most of the costumes that you saw for the extras again that you saw in the background of Sinners would have been in the new Blade, possibly. Okay, so I shared the watch party link. I'll share it again, and then I'll give everyone a countdown. Did you see Sinners, Ariel?
Yes. Yeah, I love horror. Like
me too.
Horror.
I have a horror like buddy or buddies that I go to the movie with. Because Aaron doesn't like horror, so
Cooper doesn't either. Although he did go to see Sinners with me.
Well, Sinners is less.
It's not scary.
Yeah, it's not even that it's not scary. It's less horror and more like fantasy-ish.
I felt it was like thriller.
Yeah, more thriller. I would say it's like a fantasy thriller than it's a horror movie.
Yeah.
And I'm still mad that the marketing team didn't listen to Ryan Coogler because he wanted it marketed as just like a period movie and not tell anybody there were fucking vampires in it.
Like Dusk Till Dawn. Like everybody was shocked. It was like a vampire movie.
I feel like this movie is a period Dusk Till Dawn. I mean, like but it's like reverse. Instead of the vampires being the bar, it's like the bar is the safe haven from the vampire.
Right.
There's even like I don't want to get too into the weeds, but there's oh shit, what's his name? The musician that gets killed. I love that actor too. What's his name? the older Delroy Lindo.
Mm-hmm.
When he gets killed, it's very much like how Harvey Keitel gets turned into a vampire when he gets bit in From Dusk Till Dawn. Like if you look at the two scenes, they're very similar. But anyway, all right, I'm gonna give everyone a countdown now and get ready to play this thing. All right, here we go. And I'm actually episode 7. Yes. All right, 3, 2, 1, and play. Previously on X-Men, episode 7. Yes. All right, good. Bright eyes. I did it right this time.
Nomen Garden's the defining attribute of horror is not its ability to scare, but its ability to disturb. I think it's also its ability to make you think, because that's what horror is about. Like it's a question the human condition and question, really think about like what we experience and what others experience. And so much horror talks about like grief and like things that we experience that but we don't like to talk about as humans and the darker side of our experience. And that's why I like it.
Yeah, that's fair. One thing that I really like that they did for this, first of all, there are some shows that I never skip the intro for.
Oh yeah, X-Men, you don't skip this intro.
Oh, absolutely, just for the music. But also, I don't know if everyone has noticed, but they changed the intro fitting to what's currently happening in the X-Men.
Yeah,
so, like the intro is the X-Men. These are the X-Men. For a little while, Magneto was in this lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Well, now Nightcrawler's been added in.
And Nightcrawler came in, and we even have and Xavier is now back in this lineup too. Mm-hmm. Cable's in this one because he's in this episode. So like I like how they kind of have this like updated thing. I love that she put her hand over his mouth.
I know, it's so sweet. Like the thing, like I still cried like with that episode, but I always hearten like it's a comic book. They'll bring him back somehow. Like
I hope they don't.
Yeah.
I hope they don't. I hope it's permanent. I hope, because like I love Gambit. Oh my God, that fucking wreath is rough. I love Gambit, but it's so much more impactful, and like it will make such an interesting, or at least I hope they don't do it anytime soon.
Yeah. Yeah. Or if they introduce, it'll be like a different world Gambit that's different.
Like way in the future. Like if they do a reboot or even just a different show or something. I hope for this show, he stays dead. Just because it'll make an interesting storyline going forward and things like that. That's just me though.
Yeah.
He's definitely one of my forgot about that. I remember when they told us the name, I was like, I didn't realize you were an X-Men fan.
Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful name too.
It is. I love there's a line that Rogue says in this when she's like reminiscing over Gambit. She says he's like the most Cajun man she's ever met or something like that. Great line. I also love this little bit of having Nightcrawler put his priest vestments on and be a priest. Another little comic book nod. Like he is actually a Catholic priest. He has the qualifications to be a Catholic priest if he wanted to be, which is interesting. Oh God, love this episode. And then I forgot the episode. There was an episode from the original series that was fucked up too. It was during the Dark Phoenix saga. Forgot who died in that one. But they brought them back in like I don't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I feel like Saturday morning cartoons have made me cry more in the last few years than like, R-rated adult movies and things like that. Yeah.
Well, I think one of the things that why people reminisce about a lot of these cartoons from the 90s is that like they didn't treat kids like they were dumb. Like they did like storylines with emotions that we face and things that we face, and death isn't something that waits till you're 18 for you to deal with.
Absolutely. So one thing I want to Rogue it goes a little rogue, for lack of a better term, for good reason in this episode. What are y'all's thoughts on that?
I love it, and I agree with her. Like, I would do the same.
Same.
And she, I mean, I just remember, like, she was a bad guy for a while.
Yeah, for a long time, yeah. And Crystal, you said Rogue was one of your
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
no, for sure. She was one of the first X-Men that I related to because I felt like she was kind of so othered even among the X-Men because of her power. Like she was always kind of on the outside.
Yeah.
But also, yes, Aaron, it was the most exciting day ever. I was walking through a Target one day and there was just like a little Fraggle Rock character on the shelf. And that was like just
I love that they're bringing Fraggle Rock back.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Another blast from the past. Specifically in, it's either this episode or the next episode, Beast has a quote from Mr. Rogers.
I know. Yeah.
And he says the affable Mr. Rogers, like when he says the quote, he does it. I think it's like toward the end of this episode. He says, you know, like no matter what's going on in the world or where it is in the world, there's always helpers. Look for the helpers.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of his.
The affable Mr. Rogers. I
love that they brought back so many, like in this show, they brought up so many comic characters who aren't just in X-Men, like Thaddeus Ross, you know, that was just there. Like it's so great because like this is Marvel.
A little bit of tie-ins here and there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Hulk is in it. Iron Man, Captain America. Like it's so great to see. And the classic costumes too. Black Panther. Like it's so great to see that like this is Marvel and we're like kind of getting there with the live action movies, but yeah,
some of the movies are hit or miss, but some of them are really are just gonna live in my heart forever. Like original, like the other movies that we talk, like the first Iron Man, forever. That's a movie I've seen 1,000 times. I don't even know.
Yeah.
The other deep cut from the MCU that's in this that I noticed too was the Roxxon Foundation. You see that, you see their name pop up a couple of times in this, in again, either this or the next episode. They're mentioned in everything, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Carter, they played a big role. And a bunch, like every Iron Man movie, I'm pretty sure all 3 Iron Man movies, and they played a big thing in Daredevil as well.
Oh, Rapunzel.
Oh, God. Rapunzel. This is why I love you, Rapunzel. Because you hurt me with your puns, and that's what I like.
I would have to say my most disappointing MCU film was Multiverse of Madness. That's so
the
mad.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Doctor Strange 2.
Okay.
Because one, they focused so much on like cameos that it was getting over the top.
Yeah.
But like the fact that they didn't even read the script or finish WandaVision.
Yeah.
It just killed all of that like growth and talk about grief and loss. And it was such a depth thing. And they're like, actually, let's just do the thing that women are always upset about. Where are my children? And it just was like some bullshit. And it was supposed to be like a delve into the horror that's in the MCU, which there's absolutely horror in the MCU.
Yeah.
And they did not like. They did. It was like jump scares. It was like, as soon as I saw Sam Raimi was going to be the director, I was like, oh, God damn it. Because he does cheesy really well. And he's known as a classic.
Not that that's bad, but
no.
I love Evil Dead.
Yeah, me too. But he tried to make Evil Dead a serious movie and it was bad. Like we all forget that the reason he became famous is because he tried to make a good movie and it wasn't good. And people liked the fact that it wasn't good.
Yeah.
So like that did not make him a good director.
No.
I feel like they should have hired oh my gosh, James Wong, the guy who did the Conjuring movies. Like he's starting to do action as well, and like the cover of like the intertwining of action and horror, like I think he would have done a good job.
I enjoyed the Conjuring movies. I don't like the real life people.
Oh yeah. No, we just
obvious reasons.
pretend it's fantasy.
Yeah. Not even just because they're horrible people and they did horrible things like that, you know, the things that they've done in their personal lives, but what they did to the Amityville horror story the real thing that happened was just very annoying to me, because I lived like 25 miles from Amityville, and the house that shit took place in, and God, it was fucking miserable to be over there ever. And so much so for the people that lived there, they demolished the house.
Wow.
And rebuilt a house on a different part of the plot of land, so that people couldn't even, like, it looked nothing like the original shit, because people would go there so much that it was ridiculous. And also, you know, they romanticized a murderer.
Right. Which is really sad. Yes, I do love a lot of Sam Raimi movies, and I love Bruce Campbell. He's a huge part of my childhood. It will be a very sad day when Bruce Campbell passes. Who was
also in Multiverse of Madness, which was really funny.
Because he's best friends with Sam.
Because he's best friends with Sam Raimi, yeah. But it was funny. I thought that was funny. The thing I want to point out for this scene right here with Captain America is I love that they use like the original Captain America theme too, like from the cartoons. They didn't use the MCU theme. Oh, and now that I'm showing this to everybody now that comes on that hasn't seen this yet, all my guests, because I like to ruin this for them. Look at Jubilee's costume right now.
Stop it.
Like, it looks like it's very iconic, Jubilee. You recognize that. But do you recognize it from this? It's the same costume. It's the same, even the shirt is the same color. Okay, that's it. I forgot when I noticed that. I think we were watching the second episode or something, and it popped in my head, and I was like, I just couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah. I always thought it was like odd that like her jacket is like rubber.
Her earrings say Jubilee on them?
Yeah. Yes.
They have always said Jubilee on them.
I didn't notice that. I just noticed that.
I know who walks around with earrings with their own name, but I mean, also like, go you for doing that. Like, good having confidence, especially because she's like 18. Like, good for her.
The
rubber is kind of odd. It would be warm.
It would be very hot and sweaty.
I get it with the fireworks. Like, you know, you want to like not something that doesn't set on fire really easy, but like,
I guess,
it's
a fire
also like,
retardant.
Yeah, it looks so uncomfortable.
I'm just mad because now I'll be thinking of Doc Brown as I'm creating my Halloween costume. So.
Perfect. Are you making
I'm
Jubilee?
Yeah, because I couldn't figure out a school appropriate rogue costume that I wanted to do, so I figured Jubilee's was.
Now I kind of want you to like halfway through give up and just be Doc Brown.
Just be Doc Brown. That's, you know what, my days I end up like that anyway. So it's kind of frantic, my hair everywhere.
Yeah. Oh man, so Rogue being like, so I guess what's the word I'm looking for? She's being pushed by grief, anger, a little bit of betrayal she feels from Xavier and Magneto, and Xavier giving Magneto power, and now Magneto being, you know, gone and not doing the right thing anymore. This, you know what, these two episodes are a little bit horror.
Yeah, they were,
and that's
rough.
Mr. Sinister being there, like also has been like a toss to the horror side of things for both the live action and this.
I love Mr. Sinister. Like, he's one of my favorite villains. Like,
crazy.
Yeah.
He's one of the reason I like him so much is because he's so bad.
Yeah, because but he's also really interesting, like how long he's lived, and that he's basically a mad scientist, and like the time period that he was born, like
the 1800s or something.
Yeah,
for this iteration of him, it's like the early 1800s or something. Speaking of how long he's lived, there's a comment in this I wrote down from Mr. Sinister. I think it's Trask describes him as like the modern day Mengele, like Dr. Mengele, the Nazi who experimented on people. And he's like, I was Mangala back then too, or something. He's like, I'm the real Mangala. So that was him, which is not surprising.
Yeah. And the guy, I literally I just watched this whole season today again, and
me too.
Was remembering the name until I want to say it. But the villain in this,
Bastion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They do a really good job of highlighting how scary he is.
Bastion, yeah.
Really scary.
So Bastion is an interesting character. They changed him a little bit from the comics, and I wanted to bring it up because I feel like it's relevant to the MCU. So in this show, Mr. Sinister sends Cable back in time. I know I'm talking about Cable right now, but I'll come back to it, I promise. Sends Cable back in time to get the technovirus to be like the counter to Apocalypse. That's in the comics. In this, though, he's the counter to Bastion. And the way they set Bastion up in this, I feel like, that's such a good scene too, with Cyclops lifting the visor up a little bit.
But crying over Emma Frost.
Yeah.
I was like, of course it's Emma Frost. So they rescue, of course. I know she becomes a good guy, but as a Jean fan, I always feel like,
but there's a better version of her.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
There is.
But
she does have banging costumes. Yeah.
She does. I like the MCU version. Anyway, but they changed it to Bastion for this, and Bastion they highlighted a little bit more. And I'm thinking maybe it's to distance themselves from the Dark Phoenix movie where Apocalypse was the big villain, and it was really bad. And maybe we could see Bastion make a live action villain appearance in the future, and that's kind of what they're doing with this. Speaking of, you mentioned cameos before. One thing that I love that they've done in this 97 series with Morph specifically, I feel like they put Morph in it solely to use him as a cameo character.
Oh yeah.
We don't want to get Juggernaut. We'll just have him turn into Juggernaut for 20 seconds.
Right. Yeah.
Silver Samurai, fucking 10 different people that you would never think of. And
Magic. Yeah. I just
and they all have Morph's voice, so we don't have to pay other voice actors.
Right. It's funny because I the original, I really didn't like Morph. As a kid, watching, I always thought he was weird and creepy. But then in 97, I really like him. I feel like they give a better light on Morph than just the typical Morph, quote that we're all used
Absolutely. To. I also, I think it might also, for me at least, it's partially because they changed him. He doesn't they made him look more like the comic book Morph and not the Morph from the original 1992 series.
Yeah.
I have an image of him that I'll pull up in a second. Because he looked just like a generic white dude, and he looked a little bland and meh. There it is.
Yeah.
That's from the last episode when Xavier was dying / becoming an alien. I don't know. I like how they did this too, with him coming out to his mom, essentially, where she's accepting and doesn't care about the fact that he's a human, but really all she focuses on it is the PR and the stuff like that. But personally, she's accepting of him, which is nice. It's a good way to keep that struggle and the dynamic of this being an issue between them without it being
hurt.
I hate you because you're a mutant, it's a different part of the struggle, specifically tailored for him because he's famous, but still interesting nonetheless. Oh, another thing, he just called Rogue's sister there. I was like, I'll admit, I didn't know. I had to look it up. I was like, why did he call her sister? Is it just because they're X-Men together? So I looked it up.
No, they were raised together.
Well, Mystique is his mom.
Yeah.
And Mystique is Rogue's stepmother in this universe. So they actually are brother and sister.
Right.
Yeah, adopted
There we
sister.
go. Adopted sister.
Yeah. She adopted her.
Yeah.
I was like, is that like, are they joking, or is it just like they're, no, that's really his adopted sister. Another Nightcrawler has one of the more interesting storylines. He's a Catholic priest. He's so odd looking, in general. So that adds to the flavor of his character. And then like, his mom is Mystique, or his dad is Mystique technically.
Well, and him being, I love that he like his accent is so strong. And like when you get to the nitty gritty of like the fact that when he teleports, he actually goes through like a hell dimension is like super cool. And also like, like good thing is
also very in line. I feel like with it reminds me of Scott's power when like you find out how deep Scott's power goes. It's not that he shoots laser eyes. It's that his eyes are portals into a power dimension or a kinetic energy dimension or whatever. There's a lot of weird dimensional play with their powers.
Right.
And we got to remember this is a children's cartoon where this guy is smothering this guy.
I don't think so. And I really think X-Men 97 at this point is like for the adults that watched it as kids. Because like watching through it, I was like, this is dark. Like this is really dark.
What's the rating on it?
I was just about to look. I forgot what the rating is.
Like they don't show nudity, but they definitely imply sex, and they imply they imply a lot of adult stuff. I mean, I think he was just clearly murdered.
But that's like getting back to what we mentioned earlier about how even in the 90s, like the TV shows were very the writing was so good, but they had a lot of very strong storylines that were like very deep, and some of them were dark.
It's 14. TV 14. That makes sense.
TV 14, okay. I mean, I guess. Oh, the cola. That cola is and we see it a couple times, the cola that Morph is drinking right now. It's the same drink that's in the Hulk movie, the Ed Norton Hulk movie, where his blood gets in the... And the Stan Lee thing where he drinks it. And
I had forgotten that they mentioned this a couple of times, that Morph is referred to as they.
Yeah. I love that.
And it makes total sense. Like,
yes, they are not one gender. So
yeah.
Poor man's Oppenheimer. So, and I know a few of the people that are watching right now are not like huge X-Men watchers. So some of this could be a little crazy. If you saw X-Men Days of Futures Past, Peter Dinklage's character is who this guy is, Peter Trask. He's the guy that invented the Sentinels, essentially.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you kind of find out as you go into the future, and X-Men does often in the 92 series, is like the Sentinels kind of go Skynet on living beings, not just mutants eventually, which is why Mr. Sinister wants to stop Bastion. Magneto everyone wants to stop Bastion, not just the mutants. Everybody does, because eventually the Sentinels kill everybody, including the humans.
Yeah. And
that's what Cable is doing when he comes back. That's what Bishop is doing. That's why Mr. Sinister is fiddling with things. Did I say Peter? Yeah, I don't know why I said Peter. Yes, you are right, though. It is Bulvar Trask. Oh, I said Peter Dinklage, because Peter Dinklage played him in...
There you go.
That's what it was. Again, very dark. Rogue literally pitches him off the building. Look at that face, too. She's broken. Like, this is rock bottom, I feel like, for Rogue. Straight up just murdered somebody.
But I love that Wolverine is still like, we all wanted to. Yeah. He's like, I got her back. Like, I got you.
Yeah. If she didn't do it, I might have did it.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the reasons Wolverine is also one of my favorites. Like, Rogue, Wolverine, Jean Grey.
Yeah. Morph has always been like my favorite, because, being able to change the way you look whenever you want appealed to me as a short, fat kid. But I mean, very obviously, like, I was a young boy. Wolverine was just fucking cool. And like, if this isn't horror for you, I don't know.
You know, yeah. Oh yeah, like these Sentinel, like the virus thing, like so creepy.
The technovirus.
Yeah, technovirus.
Like, this is
the
Sentinel version of the technovirus.
Right. And the whole technovirus storyline is like absolutely scary.
Oh yeah. And for those who don't know, Nathan Summers, aka Cable, has the technovirus.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives you crazy powers, but it also will eventually kill you and turn you into a cyborg, essentially, that doesn't have much free will.
Mm-hmm. The art for it in the comics was really
gorgeous.
Like, it was gorgeous, but it was really unorthodox, and they did that like to kind of keep you off balance. And like, if you can look it up, like the original comic art of the technovirus is really cool.
I do have I had a picture that I shared last week of actually Nathan as a baby being infected with the technovirus by Mr. Sinister. Yeah. I was just looking for it when you said it. Because when I grabbed the morph picture, I was like, oh, I forgot about that one. Where is it? But the you know, for whatever X-Men logic reason, you know, the technovirus, the Nathan Summers version of the technovirus is needed to combat the Sentinel version of the technovirus.
Yeah, but it was also like highly contagious.
Highly, yeah.
Yeah.
And Nathan Summers Cable is like one of the most powerful mutants to have ever lived. But like 90% of his power is being used to just keep the technovirus from killing him. Right.
And so is Sue Storm and Reed Richards' kid. He is one of the most powerful in the entire MCU. I'm forgetting his name right now, but like I don't know if you guys saw Fantastic Four, but it was really good, and I'm really excited for the tie-ins that they do.
Me too.
And I'm wondering if they're gonna do they probably can't do the Onslaught storyline. Yes, Franklin. But the Onslaught storyline is really cool because like Franklin literally creates this monster to protect him and surround him, and it like murders half the MCU. Like he kills Thor, like he kills
he's a child,
it's bad. Yeah. Like, and Xavier has to basically like break his mind to stop it from happening. I think they like retcon the whole thing because it killed too many characters.
Yeah, of course. They could totally do that storyline in the MCU and like, you know, just he could either kill mainline characters and like that's a way that they could replace them, or you know, it's a lot of multiverse stuff, so I'm sure he can kill untold amounts of Chris Hemsworths and Robert Downey Jr.'s.
Yeah.
And now here's our finding out of Sinister's some of Mr. Sinister's plans.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have any rumors or anything of anyone playing Mr. Sinister, right?
I don't think so.
No. So who would you, if you had to fan cast Mr. Sinister, do you have anyone in mind?
I mean, just because like this is the first one that came to mind, but he was Mads Mikkelsen originally was like really close in talks to play Doom, and I kind of hope that they are faking us out with Robert Downey Jr. and like that Mikkelsen will actually be Doom, but I think he would also be a really good Mr. Sinister because he was so good as Hannibal.
Oh yeah, he was really good. I did enjoy that show.
Mm-hmm.
The a lot of the fan castings have been saying John Hamm, and I would love. I've never seen John Hamm do like a super serious role like that.
Yeah, he would be good.
But I think if he could get the je ne sais quoi, like the vibe of Mr. Sinister, like, you know. Mm-hmm. It's because it would be hard to see John Hamm and not see like his funny characters. Like he would.
Yeah. Did you watch Mad Men?
No.
It's really good, and he's very serious in that whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
Okay. All right. I gotta check it out.
And it's done, so you can watch the whole thing.
That is specifically good for me.
It's also very dark at times.
Mm-hmm.
Also very creepy horror-like scene.
Really creepy. Yeah.
That beard, though.
Mm-hmm. Why does Magneto keep getting sexier and sexier in the show?
I was gonna say like Magneto's gorgeous. He's like 80 years old, and he looks like Hulk Hogan, like
so
physique.
Like
Hulk
but
Hogan.
at least he grows a shitty beard. That's what I was gonna say, because it's all scraggly and stuff. It's like 3 strings on his cheek.
You don't know if it's
that very. It was giving.
If you're following along with the timer, I will queue up a blank timer, i.e. there it is, and I'll align it to when the episode starts. So don't worry about it if you're following along. I'm just gonna let this play through. But yeah, Magneto. The only thing about Magneto specifically from this series, and we've mentioned it 1,000 times, is his costume that they have in this
one. Good shoulder.
The open shoulders with the elbow high gloves all the time, and the giant M.
So hot though, like he looks really so good. Like, and I'm like, I keep thinking like he must have some kind of life extension with his powers, because there's like no way that he would be that like in shape at that age, like and that like young looking too, like
yeah. I paused it for a second because for some reason it jumped to 25 seconds. I don't know why. So I just paused it for half a sec so that the time is lined up.
Okay.
I don't know why it jumped to 25 seconds, but it did. Oh, it's probably from when we played it before.
Oh, we didn't rewind
it again.
Yep.
Womp womp.
Not something you thought you would have to do in 2025 is rewind TV shows, but here we are.
Aaron's asking.
Yeah.
Tom, did you have a question about Magneto that I have to? Oh, yes. Okay. Well, I was waiting until they say Magneto was right, Aaron. All right, but I guess this is the episode where it happened. So, yes, go ahead and toss the poll up if you want. So, in this episode, the idea of Magneto was right comes up a bunch of times. In fact, one of the characters says it, and they have a kind of like a dividing moment of people joining Magneto, people staying with the X-Men. So I wanted to pose to everybody, if you had the option to join and follow the ideologies of Xavier's X-Men or the Brotherhood of Mutants, which would you choose? I pose that to the two of you, Crystal and Ariel. Which one would you guys choose? Crystal first, I guess.
Gosh, me as I am now.
Yep, right now. If someone came to you and you had to choose, like Magneto and Xavier knock on your door.
Oh man. I guess I would probably go Magneto. Now, yeah,
it's fair. Speaking of Apocalypse, there he is.
There you go.
Yeah. I think it's really tough because the idealistic part of me is like, yeah, Xavier, but at the same time, like, how far are they like really getting with any of it? Like, how much are they actually helping things and like changing legislation and changing public mindset? And it just like isn't.
Yeah.
And there are some people you cannot reason with. Like if somebody thinks that you need to die, like, and that you need to not exist, like there is no reasoning with that person.
Nope.
Like, so when Rogue like goes with him, I was just like, I mean, I would too.
Yeah.
Also, he's super hot, so that makes it really tough.
Yeah. Like if this Xavier looked like James McAvoy, it would be another story.
Also really tough. Like, but like, what was his name that he played? Magneto, the young Magneto.
Oh, Michael Fassbender.
Oh my God, Michael Fassbender.
Oh my God.
Like, he's so pretty. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
A difficult choice, but also I would Michael Fassbender. So still Magneto. Like,
yeah, still Magneto. Yeah.
Tom, what about you?
Oh man, it's so tough because like, at my heart, I'm like the idealistic, optimistic person, but then also like I am pragmatic and like I would notice like, especially in this episode, X Mansion gets burnt down. Like, like there isn't any more of a lowest point for the X-Men and seeing all of their ideology just not work. And after such a long time of it not working, I think I might also choose the Brotherhood of Mutants. Like if you asked me today, I think I would choose the Brotherhood of Mutants.
I think if you had asked me a year ago, I would probably say Xavier. But given the state of everything going on, like I just feel very like I don't have sympathy anymore.
No, yeah.
Like, I have empathy.
Yes.
But I don't have sympathy.
Yes, there's a difference.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, and I feel like I've always been of the opinion that violence should always be the absolute last resort.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the last resort sometimes comes.
Yeah. And I think also like a lot of like when you really get down to it, a lot of it is like Magneto just wants to take all the mutants and like leave.
That's
and, like,
part of it.
Own
Yeah.
home, like, which isn't violent.
They destroyed Genosha as well.
Yep.
Right.
They literally tried to do the thing that everyone wants them to do, and they still.
In every timeline, Genosha gets
destroyed. Every single
genocide. Like it's every single time.
What was there's I can't remember it now, but it made there's something in it from like popular entertainment that is always getting destroyed in like the lore, and I can't remember what it is. I'll shout it out in 10 minutes.
Is it Uncle Ben?
I do feel bad for Uncle Ben and Mr. and Uncle no, what's his name? Kent, his dad.
Oh, Clark Kent's dad.
The fuck's his name? Pa Kent. I don't remember his. That's his name now. Pa Kent.
Paul.
So yeah,
I loved. Go ahead.
Up? Oh no, I was just gonna say, since we had that good profile of Cable there, that's the result of the technovirus thus far. And in the comics, and I think in the old cartoon too, you actually see the virus progress a little bit. Like there comes moments where he needs to use his ability, like more of his power than he has access to, because he's using most of it to keep the technovirus at bay. So like he taps into some of that power and the technovirus advances a little bit more. Like that happens in the comics, I know, but I think I remember it happening in the original cartoon too.
Yeah.
Jonathan Kent. Thank you, Glenn and Aaron. I like Pa Kent better. I don't know why.
I really loved that in the new Superman, they made his parents look like average people.
Yep.
Like real
regular old people.
Yep. And they weren't just like, look at these amazingly gorgeous people that live in
rural Kansas.
Yeah. Like, I love that they were like just the typical family that you could imagine, like asking for sugar or like stopping by. And, you know, if you had your car broke down, they would be extremely helpful and kind, like average looking people. Absolutely.
And the actor that played his dad, I fucking love that guy. I forgot his name, but he was in Constantine. And he played like a priest in Constantine who dies in like the beginning of the movie, but he's a really cool actor. He's been in a bunch of stuff. I don't know if this is like something that I was keying on, or if it's like I was reading into it too much, or if it's like a subplot they might be doing for the future. I think his dad has Alzheimer's. Because like in the movie, some of the things he says seems out of place, and like the wife corrects him a few times, and he just goes, and the way Clark talks to him a little bit, like, I feel like his dad might be sick.
Yeah, or you know, it's just showing like aging.
Yeah, it's so good. Oh my god, dude! It was
so like an entirely different thing. Like I forgot about all the other Supermans, which is wild because I'm a huge Henry Cavill fan.
Me.
Okay.
But like I just see those as separate, which is hard for me to do. But it had such a different vibe, and like the color format was totally different. It was so like saturated, and it was like punk rock. Like it was very like, and
if you liked the OG Saturday morning cartoon, this is like a 2-hour Saturday morning Superman the Animated Series episode. That's what this is. Very, very good. It was like every aspect of it was good.
Hey Tom, what happened to the timer? What happened to the timer?
It's still there.
I know, but it says 38 minutes.
Oh, it went back to the old one.
Okay. I was very confused. Thank you.
Yeah. We're at the right one now. Let me just close the old one. I don't know why I went back to it. I want to make a prediction now. I want to get it out in the Ethernet. So
blue eyes.
Ethernet.
She has green eyes.
I never noticed it until you said that.
I want to get it out into the ether. Henry Cavill is going to make a cameo as Superman in Peacemaker.
Okay.
I'm saying that right now. I think that's going to happen. If it's not Henry Cavill, I think it'll be another person tangentially connected to the OG Superman universe, but I think it's going to be Henry Cavill.
Yeah, I don't know if he would, because he was so burnt by it. Like,
but the specific. All right, so I watched a James Gunn interview a couple days ago. Oh, here you go. Speaking of Magneto being hot,
like,
fucking
dude,
in a fucking
thong.
I'm
down.
saying, like Mr. Sinister is obviously like, we didn't have to hang him up in his underwear. He could have had pants on. Mr. Sinister.
He was like, this man is too sexy to cover up.
Yeah. I need something to look at when I do my work.
You must show your.
So he said, the interviewer asked James Gunn, when are we going to see Superman again? And James Gunn originally said a couple of years. And then he goes, oh, wait a minute. Do you mean the character of Superman? And then the guy interrupts him and he's just like, Superman. He's like, oh yeah, okay. You'll see the character of Superman again. And he has like a smile on his face when he says it. So I'm like, Superman is coming back, but it's not going to be David Cornsweet.
Yeah.
It's going to be somebody else. I think it's going to be Henry Cavill, but it could literally be anybody but Dean Cain. So
yeah. The guy who played in Smallville, who played Superman.
Yeah, I forgot his name. I like that guy though.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like I should
another possibility.
His dad's name, because I watched Smallville.
Christopher Reeve's son. His son is in the movie business. He's connected to the Superman movie. He was a producer on it. He made a cameo in it. So like, I could see them doing something with him too, but I really think it's going to be Henry Cavill.
Like, does he kind of look like his dad at all?
A little bit, yeah. I'll find a picture. This whole storyline or this little side storyline with Beast and this reporter too is great.
Yeah.
The fallout
I love
that they have.
Yeah, but I love that Beast, he ends up just like he's not the typical you think guy that women would go after, and all these beautiful women end up wanting to be with Beast, and because he's so smart and so cool, and
and nice.
Yeah, it's not McTaggart, because she was with Xavier, or was she with? I think she was with Xavier. She was in Genosha too, when they had the meeting. Again, there was a bunch of characters that were cameoed in that.
Oh, so many. Here we go. There it is.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
A little bit. I think he can. I think they can pull it off. Put a little curl in his hair. Do a little little makeup, a little contouring. I don't know if that's the right word. That's the only makeup term I know for your face.
Contour.
Oh, God. So the part of me likes when they do time travel nonsense and stuff, because I like to see the what ifs. But then it's also sometimes I feel like it's weak storytelling. But in this show, I don't think it was.
Mm-hmm. I love that they also deal with they continue to deal with Jean in her fallout of being cloned, and her husband had a baby with a different not her, but it looked like her, and but how could he not know it wasn't her, but also it was exactly the same as her. Mm-hmm. So I love that they go into that, because I feel like so many shows today are just here's a traumatic thing, anyway, here's the next episode.
Yeah.
And they don't just continue to bring it up, that you don't just get over something really quickly.
That was that's the thing that's always been better about Marvel than DC in the past. I think they're going to be doing better about that in the future, especially given this new Superman movie, the way Superman is dealing with some of the stuff that happens in it. I won't spoil it just in case people haven't seen it, and since we're not watching it next week, doesn't matter. I don't know. The costumes, specifically Jean's and Cyclops' costumes, have always just been a little dorky to me, but I like the cheesiness of the coloration and the saturation of their costumes in this. It just reminds me so much of the 90s. It's so great.
Yep.
So Bastion's goal, for those who are unaware, is basically to make everybody a Sentinel Prime. So it's what he views as the final evolution of beings.
His voice actor sounds super familiar too.
I had that written down too, but I closed that tab. I'll find out who it is. One cool thing that I think another cool thing, at least, that I think that they did for this show was a lot of the OG voice actors came back. Yeah. And some of them are playing other characters. Like the OG Jubilee, it was playing the video game version of the character that she meets up with in the video game. So they have a new character, a new voice actor doing Jubilee, but the OG Jubilee came back and did a cameo, which was cool.
Yeah. And she specifically said she didn't want to come back as Jubilee because she wasn't a young girl anymore and she wanted to give the opportunity to somebody else.
That's great. The guy from Divergent is the Theo James is the voice actor for. There you go. Aaron just said it. Yes, join the Discord. Thank you, Glenn. Glenn is better at advertising things than I am. Everyone is better at than me. I'm bad at pimping anything that has to do with our stuff. But yes, join the Discord, like, subscribe, do all the things if you're enjoying doing our, hanging out with us while we do these watch parties. And make sure to go and check out Ariel's website, which I will share again, and follow her on all of the social medias.
Yes, I'm most active on Blue Sky because I'm just really enjoying the fact that it has no algorithms and I don't have to be wary of posting links or my images or have to dance around certain words like I have to do on anything meta. So yeah, if you want to follow me there. But yeah, anywhere. Patreon is also a place where I'm most active. And I post wallpapers every month, including Wheel of Time stuff. And I do behind the scenes of sketches I'd never shared or alternate versions of stuff that I didn't share.
I love that.
And then I do a story behind how these things were made. And I'm a little behind this month because I had a bunch of family stuff come up, but yeah.
And a fun trip out to Maryland for your brother's birthday.
Yeah. But I'm definitely, I've got some dragon art that I'm going to be working on. And I've also been inspired. I just really want to do some fan art too. We were talking about X-Men and I was it's been a while since I've drawn the Phoenix and I draw her every year or so.
Oh God, that was creepy. Sorry.
It was really creepy.
Yeah. It was the part. It's when they do the cracking and moving that people do in horror movies a lot.
Yeah. I have not done Val and Luca, and I really wanted to put him in the cards and didn't get to. So when the rights got canceled for us, I was in the process of planning a tarot deck. And so I'd only done 7 of the cards, but I wanted to include Val and Luca in that deck. If I ever get the chance again.
Can you tell it? Do you remember any of the cards?
I don't remember who I had picked
for what tarot representation.
Yeah. I know I can pull it up. Rand was Judgment, I think, or maybe he was the Sun.
Either makes sense.
Let's see.
They're so creepy. You know what it is? And I'm not religious in any way, but I really love exorcism movies for some reason.
Okay.
Really
very exorcism.
Very exorcism.
Very. Absolutely.
Yeah. Also, I'm sure many people would be paid to be stepped on by her. I'm just saying, especially in those.
Yep. I don't know if you can actually see over here, but Matt was let's see if I can turn it more.
Oh yeah, I could see it.
Matt was
if you want to text it to me or send it Facebook to me, I could send it. I could pull it up.
Yeah. I'll just throw it in an email real fast.
Yeah.
Matt was a hangman. Perrin and Fail were lovers.
That makes sense.
Okay.
That also makes sense.
Egwene was justice. Rand was judgment. Moraine was the high priestess. Nynaeve was the chariot, and Lan was death.
Okay. God. And so like this shows why Mr. Sinister was so concerned about this version of the technovirus. It's literally defeating every X-Men. And it's infecting regular people.
Yeah.
It's not even infecting like mutants and making them more. It's infecting vanilla humans, and they're defeating Juggernaut. Sentinel zombies. That's a new one. They do kind of look zombie-esque, especially. And they're in a mall too.
It's very Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, the like lines on their face is kind of what was giving me zombie.
Oh yeah, okay. Like veins popping out, or
almost look like a little rotten.
Yep. And I feel like it's poignant that you have people here protesting the X-Men and shouting at them, and then they get infected with this virus that the X-Men are trying to stop. Fancy a trip to the junkyard, Tin Woman? Wolverine does have the best dad jokes.
He's the best. I knew like I was gonna end up with like a Superman or a Wolverine in my life, and
that is fair. Though, I feel like if Cooper wanted to do like a throwback costume to like young Hugh Jackman in the first X-Men, he could probably pull it off.
He could absolutely pull it off, and it would be super fun. And I would definitely do a Jean Grey. I actually have I have the shirt, which is the green costume, but I also have the costume itself.
No,
it's too tall though. I have to find some, I have to get it tailored, because once again, they don't make costumes for 5 people that are good. Okay, I emailed you.
Stature. I love that they're using his tail as a like a thing. Like it's not just like there too.
Yeah, well, he does use it like
in the comics a lot. Yeah.
Definitely best version of Nightcrawler.
Very rarely do we get to see Wolverine actually use his claws too.
Yeah.
But since they're robots now.
Mm-hmm.
God. I love, this is where you can tell it's not 1992.
No, the animation is really good.
Oh God, so good.
Okay, the tongue thing freaks me out. I don't like
But
you didn't like Toad from 1992 or 96 or whatever.
Who was also Darth Maul.
Ray Park. Yeah.
And knowing that these people can actually be cured, like, is really like they're getting murdered right now.
Well, they reconstitute constantly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you gotta. Wolverine only has one. He can either sit there and let them kill him over and over again.
Right. There's quite a few places that you can like disable a body from being able to move without killing them. Like,
absolutely.
Without your Achilles heel, it's pretty hard to walk.
I've been practicing in the danger room. Oh, I love the high top. He's got the kid and play high top. Mm-hmm. That guy that was just chasing them.
Yeah, like it definitely like Jubilee's birthday episode where it ended, where they were like kissing in her bedroom and it just like faded to black, and I was like, okay, that was a pretty big insinuation for her 18th birthday. Like,
and then having them like like their ish, like one go one way and one go the other way toward the end is poignant. Supposedly there's going to be 3 seasons of this, so we'll see.
Yeah, well, they already like did season 2, but then they had to do a bunch of rewrites.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be coming out, and then they do have a new showrunner for season 3.
Yeah,
writer.
Writer, yeah. And well, a thing that a lot of shows are doing now that I like is like having these different directors come in for different episodes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a whole lineup of new directors too that I'm really excited to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, like watching the animation so we just finished watching Castlevania Nocturne season 2. And Castlevania is like one of those shows that I will have on repeat. Like the animation is so beautiful.
It is gorgeous.
Like going from that to this, but then watching the like smoothness of it's so good.
Like I said, it's really evident in the action scenes. Like really, 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 really like the whole show looks great, but like the
family time,
the level of talent in the action scenes is another level.
Yeah.
And I just remembered that you sent me the pictures, so I'm going to download them now, and we can look at them.
Yeah, family photo. Except Madeline's not there. I love Madeline Pryor. Like Goblin Queen is like one of my favorites. I was so excited that they did her, but I was a little sad that they didn't do like the underboob costume. I knew they wouldn't, but I was just like, it's so cool. Like
I pulled that up when when she first came on. I was like, they're definitely not going with this version.
No, the little long cloth thingy.
Yeah, it's wearing, like basically just covering her nipples.
Yep.
Ooh, I love this land one. Sorry.
She has so much confidence, though. Like,
oh yeah,
she knows she looks good.
That you know what is one of the only gripes I had about this one was like I didn't like how 0 to 100 they went with her. Like I wish they gave her character a little bit more nuance to it instead of just like, oh, I'm a woman scorned and now I'm mad.
Yeah, it was a little too fast. I agree. I wish they'd given that more time.
A little depth.
They gave it after the fact, but like not during.
Yeah. All right. I will upload these pictures and then we get to see an exclusive first look. Not really, probably. I'm sure you've shown these.
I shared them on Facebook and they were sold at JordanCon. They were my last JordanCon gallery.
I knew these looked familiar. These
canvases. The only canvases of those ever sold.
He even looks evil.
I know, right? It's the weird like those are so like
neck beard soul patch. That's what that makes.
That animation too, where she jerks and then like moves. That was so good.
Especially the scene right here where the weird contraption picks her up. It made me think of anime for some reason. It felt very, just the way the things moved around. I don't know why it made me think of that, but yeah. Of course, he's on a big X. I love how they keep showing his Holocaust tattoo too. Very poignant. Better than Charles ever did. So can you say that Magneto is like really being controlled by them?
No, I don't think so. I think he's also like had it. It does feel like it keeps getting smaller in some scenes. Like they made him like
it's because he's getting more excited.
In shape.
Getting bigger.
He was busy doing squats while he was in captivity. Like,
oh yeah. I was watching Godzilla this weekend. I promise it disconnects the new Godzilla, and he goes to the.
Was so good.
Oh yeah, it was. He goes to the Arctic ice cap to like recharge because that's where there's the most radiation from the solar radiation, and it made me think. Oh, there's Silver Samurai. It made me think of that when Magneto went there because the magnetosphere is strongest there.
Like during -1 though, like the whole time I kept being like, look at his snoot, it's so boopable.
It's so boopable. Like, yes.
Especially when he's in the water, like coming behind them, and I was like, ah.
That's all King Kong wanted to do.
Yeah,
just boop his snoot. He was like looking around for what to do, and he's like, "Oh, whatever, just drink some beer."
Morph is definitely a vibe.
How many times the X Mansion has been destroyed? How many times the X in this series alone, the X Jet has been destroyed like 4 times.
I know.
They even
and they make comment of that. Yeah. Like
yeah. He's like, what is this, the 3rd one or something?
Yeah, like Beast is gonna be so mad. I think Aurora says that.
Beast, yeah. To me, my X-Men. This series, it's so good. I hate pausing it.
It was the end when I was just like, oh my god, apocalypse. So good.
This ending too, I had brought it up last week because last week we had Joe O'Hara but his friend Dominic as well. Joe was here not in his capacity as a Twatcast person. He was here for Toy Domination, which is another podcast and YouTube show that he takes part of, where they talk a lot about old school toys and comic books and TV shows. And him and his friend Dominic were here talking about X-Men. And I pulled up an image from one of his friends' episodes. They were looking at like the 1990s card art for the X-Men, the trading card game.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wow, like this, the back card art that like describes the characters like abilities and like statuses and stuff like that look a lot like this ending scene. I have a picture right here. Like they're very reminiscent of this, like having the character and their abilities and like the little things, very reminiscent of this.
Yeah, I had some of those somewhere.
He was like, hold on, and he reached
literally he disappeared.
Huge fucking binder, and he's like, and then he tilted his camera up, and he was just like, all of those binders are just full of cards. He's like, you want to talk about cards? And I was like, no, you can keep those, thank you.
Yeah, I think there's a big overlap between like fantasy readers and comic book readers. And
absolutely.
Like you meet a Wheel of Time fan, you're probably also going to meet an anime fan and like a comic fan, like the same person.
Which is why we do this in the first place. Like, when we started doing this, obviously it was for the Wheel of Time show, but there's a lot of crossover with fandoms we've found. A lot of Avatar: The Last Airbender fans, a lot of Star Wars fans, Marvel, DC, and that's why we kept doing it, because sadly we knew the show wasn't going to be around forever. Even if it went for its full run, it would have eventually ended. And we started it because there was like 2 years in between season 1 and season 2, but obviously now we know that it is like 99% canceled, which is sad. Natasha O'Keefe did an interview recently where she talked about how she used the word gutted to find out, because and I totally feel for her and the whole cast and crew for this. I didn't think about this aspect of it. They never got a chance to end the show with the crew. So like the last time they saw them, they were like, all right, hopefully we get renewed. We'll see you later. They didn't have a wrap, with to say goodbye to everybody. So it was just like, hopefully I see them again at some point.
There's so many shows that's happened to, though. Like, I mean, they did that with Next Gen, and like they literally chainsawed the set before anybody could do anything. Like, it sucks, but it's also, I don't know. It is a really big bummer too, because I feel like season 3 was the best out of the bunch.
Oh, so good.
They were finally like starting to touch on a lot of good stuff in the books.
It was just starting to. It's the same example that comes up in the books too. Even though they jumped to like book 4 or whatever, but in book 2 and 3, it's like the scope widens to like the whole world. Like the story starts to encompass everything instead of just these characters and their mission. You start to see the effects of it in the whole world, and they were really starting to show that. I was so excited, but Hey, Sarah. I mean, hopefully we get to. The one other than getting to go back and rewatch the TV show, one of the things that I hope comes out of it is all of those new young actors were fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't think there was one bad performance that I can recall in this moment off the top of my head in that entire show. So I really hope some of those young actors, we see them start making like bigger careers and splashes for themselves because they were great.
And the costume and set designers, like I hope that they get a lot more. My hope, and it's just a personal hope, is that I will be able to sell my Wheel of Time stuff again.
Oh yes, that would be great.
Sony was death gripping those rights.
Yes, I mean they still have them. They didn't release them. That was I did if you go and check, I think they posted it. I did an article that we posted a couple of days ago on Dragonmount about iWatt's recent comment about where the rights lie, because everyone was like assuming maybe the rights are going back to iWatt, which is old school Red Eagle. But they clarified, and Sony clarified, the rights are still with Sony. They reverted back to Sony. The distribution rights reverted back to Sony, but they still maintained all of the TV production and development rights and stuff like that. The only thing that they licensed directly to Amazon was the distribution rights, but now those are going back to them too. So so I mean, we'll see what comes of it. Hopefully they do stuff.
I hope they do stuff, and I hope to one day still be a part of it, because I love this fandom.
Same.
And I love being a part of the fandom. I love doing art for the series, and I didn't want to stop. I had a lot of plans, and would love to go back to them. I will say that like the way the stuff happened with the TV show, like I feel pretty burned by it. And so it's hard to go back, but the community is what makes me want to.
I mean, that's the same. I mean, I didn't have any personal interaction with Sony, but yeah, no, I could totally see that. Like especially because they took all the rights for everything, like except for the books, they have the rights for merchandising and everything, and did nothing. Just did nothing, except if you're on Steam at all, this new game popped up in a recommended thing. It's called The Battle for Randland. And it's if you read the description, it is based on Robert Jordan's The Wheel of Time. It is officially licensed. It's from a development studio that their only thing is this. It's Whitstein Studios. I couldn't find if they're affiliated with iWatt at all, so I have no idea. It's being sold as a collectible digital card game without a pay-to-win aspect, is what it said. Which was interesting.
Interesting. Yeah.
Also, like, hold on. One thing I didn't look at all with this is I guess this is supposed to be a Shanchin on a Raken. Yeah. Like, I don't.
But it doesn't at all.
Sword. She's got tattoos around her eyes. Like, her head isn't shaved. So, like, she's not giving Shanchin vibes. So, but that is the Randland map back there.
Yep.
So interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they let you guys start doing art again, and
or at least just sell what we already made. That would be great, because like it halved my income. Like it really hit hard. And
I can imagine.
So like being an artist is my full-time job, and then with AI coming out, like it's really hard to survive right now.
Is this AI? I wonder.
I do have some suspicions that it might be. I was looking at AI is so much better with the hands and stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say
her eyebrow, and there's a few things that looked a little funny.
I'm curious.
Either that, or it's a it could be a paint over,
like a paint over. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. I mean, the armor, it does make sense. It doesn't. I mean, it makes sense for fantasy armor. Like it's not connecting weirdly. No. And you look, the shoulders are the same on both sides. It's just that it's shortened on one part. So I would say I don't think it's AI, but it could be retouched. It could be also the creature looks really good, and AI does not do magical creatures very well.
No.
It does a really bad job with dragons.
Looks very bird-like with the beak.
It does. Yeah.
But anywho's, We usually at the end of our show do our inside the Dragonmount studio interview, but Ariel has done that already. Now, two of the questions that we do in the interview are who would you want and not want as a roommate based on the show that we were watching at the time? So since you answered it, I think it was during Andor maybe that you popped on. I don't remember. It's so many shows and so many times. Ariel, who would you want from X-Men 97 specifically as your roommate and definitely not want as a roommate?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I wouldn't want Jubilee as a roommate. She would. I'm 35 now, and like I like teenage, and like I have two teenagers, and like so teenage energy is just like no. Like you cannot keep a room clean. Like it's very like me. But I think Rogue would be a really fun roommate. Like would love her as a roommate. It would be like great to like, do nails and chat all night.
That would be fun. And you can cut down on the light bill a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think I answered this for the X-Men. I don't know who I would want, to be honest with you. I think you might have like a really good time if you had Wolverine as your roommate.
Oh yeah. Or Remy,
yeah.
But
not recently because he'd be really quiet, but definitely for sure. Though he might also be brooding all the time because of Rogue. You never know.
That's true.
Oh, okay. So a transparent explanation of the current limited role prototyping the state of AI assisted artwork will be hand drawn. Oh, okay. So they're going to do AI assisted artwork in the beginning and then replace it with commissioned artwork over time.
So they're going to waste a ton of water and not hire human artists who deeply need work right now.
Yeah.
Good
I'm sure
company.
you can find people way cheaper to do even the temporary stuff.
Who would be happy to do it and get to work on the property. But, accuracy and talent, who needs that?
It's much cheaper for them to do it that way. So that's always going to be, I feel like a lot of companies are trying to test the waters of like, how much can we get away with the consumers? Right.
But the more we don't buy into those things,
exactly,
the better it is because it's like, it's cheaper for them. But like in the meantime, it's raising all of our power bills. Like it's
ruining the environment.
Using Olympic sized pools full of water like regularly to cool these servers. So like, and again, like artists, I mean, 2020 hit us really hard because who buys art when they're worried about food? And then AI came out, and so like the marketing industry is like emptied out of artists. I mean, look at any industry, it's emptying out. And then now people again are worried about being able to afford food. So like the artists are like, I really can't afford food or rent. Like I don't know an artist who isn't struggling. So if you have a birthday coming up or you have like, Christmas, like you want to buy presents early, buy from artists, like buy from people.
Commission a piece.
Commission a piece. Like buy from not just big companies, like small businesses need desperately for people to support them.
Absolutely. You know what's a great gift for any nerd that plays like a tabletop RPG? It doesn't have to be D&D, anything. If they're attached to their character, commission a piece of art of their character.
Yeah, I love doing those. Those are the D&D characters are some of my most favorite commissions. Also people's OCs, like when they are writing their own books or writing their own characters. I've also worked with small authors who are just getting off the ground doing like interior illustrations. And I think you'd be surprised that artists are more affordable than you would think, and also more willing to work with like your budget.
And at the moment, are your commissions open?
They are for later in the year.
Okay. Hey, listen, open is open. Like, if you're commissioning a piece of art from somebody, you shouldn't, unless you're paying them every day, you shouldn't expect it.
Right. Well, and I do all kinds of stuff. Like I just finished a like 30 by 40 canvas piece of a memorial landscape piece of like a wine vineyard.
That's cool.
For a guy whose wife had passed away. And now I'm doing a wolf tattoo for somebody. And it's so it's just, I also went to school for marketing and web design, which I have a degree in, which is kind of wild, but like branding is really fun. And, but I love doing like D&D characters and stuff. And that was like my bread and butter throughout 2020 as I did so many tieflings and so many characters. And it was like, it was so fun.
Something that just popped in my head, and I don't know if like I want to write like a short story about it, like a dystopian cyberpunk future where AI has taken over most of the created spaces, but we've reverted back to like the 1500s where rich people would just hire artists to live in like their mansions or on their properties to just do art. And like having a human artist will be like a show of
sign of wealth.
Like
I mean, yes, I would do that at this point. Like I would
like oh, that's a beautiful picture. Oh,
I would
it's a
live
human
in your
artist.
mansion.
Exactly. I mean that's what used to happen, but like Da Vinci and Raphael and all of that, like they had wealthy benefactors that basically just paid for their lives and were like, go do art.
Yeah, I mean, but they also didn't get to say no, and so I mean, Michelangelo was hired by the church constantly, and he hated it so much that like he painted himself being skinned alive in the Sistine Chapel, which is great.
The very famous Leonardo da Vinci picture of Jesus is his
definitely his boyfriend
lover.
Yeah.
Which is
also,
great.
He was swole. Like that's the thing people don't realize about Leonardo da Vinci is like he was super into fitness. Like it was all about fitness. Which also means like just because you like video games or art or sitting a lot, exercise, it's really good for you.
Part of the way for people to like make the masses not take intellectuals and creatives seriously is to make them frail and like weak looking and depicted in media and stuff.
So I used to bodybuild and I'm getting back into strength training, but I love it. It's a good way to get out aggression too, but it's like it's good to feel strong. And then also just being an artist, like I want to do this longer, and so I need to take care of my spine, my back, my arms, everything.
We should be accountability buddies or something. I literally just bought a weight bench to try to get back into like I don't want to like do crazy strength training like I did when I was a kid. I want to just maintain and like it's real. Like you think it's a joke. Or like, just bullshit that people say as they get older. But I really feel like I could really notice things start affecting me differently now, like in the last year, like for sure. Like I don't bounce back as quick as I did, especially with weight. Like for years, like Ariel, you knew me, you've known me for a long time. So like I used to be like 450 pounds. Yes, I had gastric bypass surgery to lose weight initially. Well, to help me lose weight initially, but for like 10 years, I would be like 240, 250, and like I would drop down, drop up, but I would stay in that range, which is normal for me. I'm 6'2", like pretty big framed. So like that wasn't like crazy heavy for me. But like, man, the last few months, it's just been like, it's not going back down.
Well, stress and lack of sleep. Sleep is your reset time. It's when you heal.
I don't do that.
We all need sleep. Like it's so important. What? And I say that as somebody with insomnia and I struggle to sleep too, but it's so important. And so is like, stress. And when you're super stressed all the time, like your body is just like, we're going to die. I'm going to hold on to everything. You
mean the existential dread that we've been feeling for the past 12 years?
Take care of yourself, but also give yourself a pass and understand that like you're going to be able to do what you can do right now.
Yeah. You can't be on all the time.
Yeah. To be healthy. And that's, that's pretty much it. Like,
like,
I know I don't understand sleep either, but like we should try.
Definitely try. Don't make it the norm. Don't make it acceptable that you don't sleep ever. Try to combat that a little bit, I guess. All right. So the other little part that we do at the end of our show with people that have already done our interview is like a this or that type thing with whatever we're currently watching. One of my favorite ones to pose to people when we were doing Star Wars stuff was you have to pick one that stays. Jar Jar Binks or midi-chlorians, pick one. And watching some people squirm over that was fun.
Yeah.
I love Jar Jar Binks. I hate midi-chlorians, so it was easy for me.
I would actually agree with you on that one.
I never had a problem with him. I always thought it was fun. Like, I thought it was a little stereotypical and a little like,
racist. Yes.
Racist coded. I was trying to think of like the word to use for like racist coded, but it was still fun. And like Ahmad Best did a good job, but I digress. Okay. I'll start us off though. Okay. Would you do you rather Wolverine's yellow and blue or like the black spandex?
Oh, yellow and blue.
Okay.
Yellow and blue.
That was easy.
Hands down.
Okay. Would you rather go undercover with Mystique or travel through time with Bishop?
Oh, probably travel through time. Bishop's also really cool, and Mystique's cool, but like Bishop's super cool.
Yeah. All right, this one's funny. Who do you think would get thrown out of a casino first, Deadpool or Gambit? And Gambit's not just blowing shit up willy nilly; it's just their personalities.
Deadpool. I think Deadpool would.
That's fair.
I feel like Gambit could behave enough. Like he also wants to like have a good time.
Yeah. It would be if the pit boss caught him counting cards quick enough. Deadpool would just get thrown out for being an idiot too quickly.
All right. So would you rather have Beast narrate everything you do? I mean, like everything. Like, oh yes, Ariel's walking down the stairs. Or have Jubilee constantly live stream your life. Like,
oh, definitely Beast. Yeah.
I would definitely.
He's also like cozy and super cool, and like would love to just like have some tea with him. Like,
oh yeah, but you know what? Either I was literally about to ask that
which
question.
Beast? Yeah,
I was literally about to say that.
I don't think I would want
Beast. Yeah, cartoon Beast, or I forgot the guy's name. The Nick.
Oh,
he just
Nick
played Lex.
Was Holt. Yeah,
Holt.
Love him. Yeah. Love everything.
Either one of those two beasts.
Yes,
we can all agree. Not Kelsey.
No, not Kelsey Grammer's beast. No, I wasn't a fan. Was never a fan of that one. Okay, this one is funny too. I'm not saying that is like, oh, I wrote this. It's funny. Aaron wrote this one, but I like this one. Who would make the better snowman, Iceman or Storm?
Storm.
Yeah, I think so too.
I feel like she's like cheeky and super creative and but also very like competitive and serious at her craft. And I feel like Iceman would kind of wing it because he's like, oh, I'm good at this, so like I'll do it.
That's fair.
Let's see. All right, this is just an either or, no context really. Cyclops' laser focus or Wolverine's raw instinct?
Wolverine's raw instinct.
Okay. All right.
Do you have one?
Yeah, this one's kind of funny. I don't know where Aaron. Aaron. I don't know where Aaron got this. Some of this is there's a little bit of like hero clicks in here. So.
Oh my god, I played with those too.
Oh, I fucking love hero clicks. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. I love HeroClix. Anyway, who would you rather have running your HOA? Magneto, who would have lots of evil paperwork, apparently, or Jean Grey, who can, and this is where the HeroClix comes in, Jean Grey, who can TK your trash cans without having to send you letters about leaving them at the street. TK probably. As in telekinesis, but it's called TKing in HeroClix.
Yeah. Probably Jean.
I mean, like, especially because Jean is helping you in this analogy.
Yeah, I feel like she would give some leeway, whereas Scott is a rules monger. Like Scott would be like, no, you didn't take it in by 11 p.m. when you're supposed to. Like, fines.
And so I feel like this is a stereotype that I've made up that I feel like has rang true for me in my life more so than not. The last week it didn't because Dominic said his favorite character was this character, but he was neither of those things. So I said, if your favorite character is Cyclops, you're either, and not that this is a bad thing, but you're either into dudes, which is fine, but it's that, or you're a cop. It's one of those two things.
My brother really liked Cyclops because he has really bad vision, and he also has like reddish, like brunette hair and similar curly. And he felt really like seen by Cyclops as a kid. And there weren't a lot of characters that were cool, like, and capable and leaders with glasses in the 90s that he could like, that weren't like the butt of a joke. And so like he really looked up to Cyclops.
That's fair. See, now you have nuance there, and it makes and it makes sense.
It's representation. You know?
Yeah. All right, who has the better hair? Storm's mohawk or Storm's current full long hair, kind of straight?
Oh, I normally love long hair. I'm like all about the long hair, but I love her mohawk. Like, I'm gonna have to say her mohawk. It's so cool. And I love that they did so many iterations of everybody's costumes in this, but especially Storm. Like, you got to see so many of her costumes and like her phases. Like, it was cool to see the Marvel girl Jean, but like, and we got to see kind of Phoenix
a little bit. Yeah. Well, we saw some flashbacks.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they did a little bit of the Cyclops costume with the brown leather jacket too occasionally, which is fun. Do you have another one, Crystal?
Yeah. So would you rather face off against Apocalypse or Mr. Sinister?
I feel like there'd be easier ways to get around Mr. Sinister. So I would say him, because Apocalypse is like also, they're both scary, but Apocalypse is like a different level of scary.
I feel like Mr. Sinister like ruins your whole life though. Like, he kills your family. Like, it's
true.
He replaces your wife for years. Like, there's so many horrible things.
Yeah, he's really terrible, but like,
Apocalypse
I feel like
just straight up kills everybody. At least that's easy to like.
Right.
That's a straight up fight. At least. Anyway. Okay.
It was
if you had to go to dinner. Well, I'm sorry, go ahead.
The comment, it was kind of weird that her mohawk like disappeared and it was suddenly like headpiece and like, like it grew out. Like, I was like, the magic of cartoons. Like,
yeah, she just instantly had full hair because
like,
that's what happens when you get your mutant powers back.
Yeah, she was just like, she was in full glow up is what happened.
Yeah. 100. She's led the X-Men numerous times, and like I really felt like they were gonna go that way because like in episode 1 or 2, when they attack like the UN or whatever, that big meeting with all the politicians, and Storm is like up on the stage calling shots. You do this, you do that, you go over there, you listen to me, or like you're gonna die. I really thought they were gonna go in that direction at some point, but not yet, or at least not in season 1.
I think they will, though.
I hope so. I mean, they do it enough in the comics. I really hope they do it in here, especially because they've already kind of laid the seeds. Like, Scott and Jean kind of don't want to do this anymore, and they want to raise their son, and like, so obviously, you know, there's been some wrenches thrown in that, but we'll see. Would you rather have Rogue's power, where you can't touch anyone safely, or Mystique's power, but you can only shift into somebody one time and then never again?
Mystique's power.
Okay.
Like, touch is really important to me. I would not. I think that's like her. I love Rogue, and she's one of my favorite characters, but like her ability, I think partly one of the reasons is her ability is such a like complex, just heartbreaking power. That's
the I don't want to say the main reason, but like something I wouldn't be able to survive being Rogue and accidentally kill somebody like she does so many times. Like if I accidentally killed somebody, especially someone that I care about, I wouldn't recover from that. I don't think I would recover from that.
Yeah.
And she's recovered from that multiple times.
I don't think I changed her. I think it's.
it changed her, but she's a functioning person.
Still. Yeah.
I would not be that.
Right. Yeah, agreed.
Let's see.
I have a fun one to end on. If
okay, good. Yes, is it?
You don't have enough. Okay. Let's say you're in the X-Men Tinder app.
Oh god.
And 3 people pop up. You have to swipe right on one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Mystique, Magneto, Gambit.
Is this
Gambit?
I shouldn't have put Gambit in. I knew I shouldn't have put Gambit in. I was like, maybe with Magneto in there, she might not pick.
Yeah, I mean, yes, Magneto's great, but like, I feel like I feel like Gambit would be fun.
Tom, I had such a similar question. It was would you rather go on a Tinder date with Cyclops visor stays on or Magneto helmet stays on? Literally in parentheses.
That's funny.
Magneto.
I answer that one too.
Magneto.
Okay, yeah.
Because Cyclops reminds me of my brother, and that's.
I mean, like that is, but also like he would be so like vanilla. I feel like he would be. I mean, he must do something right because he like gets so many amazing women in his like career, but like in his life, but still, like I don't know. But I want to answer that the same way Stanley answers who would win in a fight. Whoever the author wants them to.
Right.
It's because they wrote it that way.
Did you want to go over those tarot photos?
Oh, right. I uploaded the tarot cards. I was looking at them while we were watching the end of the episode. And I was like, oh, shit, I don't think I ever saw the land one. All right. So, yeah, I have the tarot cards. Let's look at those real quick. There's the lovers of... actually, you know what? Let me pull them up where we can, like, zoom in on them and shit. Because that'll be fun. And, like, you can see them so small, I feel like, in just the pulling them up on the app that is StreamYard. There we go. Yeah, especially because these are so gorgeous. I want to look at them better. Look at that. Oh, God, I love the way that you did the power here coming in.
Thank you.
And that's the chariot, so that's 90.
Draw her angry. Like all the art that I did of her, she wasn't angry. She's
definitely angry there.
Yeah, it was. I wanted, of course,
the ring too.
I wanted to challenge myself, so I wanted to do an interesting angle with a strong foreshortening, and didn't spend as much time on detail.
I've seen this one before, and I still never caught her Terangrial bracelet. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, and it is the correct ones on the correct hands. That
awesome. I love it, and the belt.
Mm-hmm.
So cool, so cool.
I forget why the chariot, but there was a really good reasoning behind it.
Yeah, I don't know tarot enough to know what the chariot represents. To be honest with you, I really like. I don't know why. Like, I mean, it's gorgeous, but like, I really like this one. I don't know why. It makes me like think of like a bizarro evil Lan or something for some reason, but yeah, it's a gorgeous image.
So the chariot card represents willpower, determination, and courage to take control.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely endgame 90 for sure.
Yeah.
It's so haunting that you left his eyes like light in this. That's incredible.
It was the only color other than the blood that I wanted to do, because I was thinking like Lan is. I mean, I always had a big crush on Lan. I think he's medieval Batman. Like he comes out of the darkness and like murders people, maybe cracks a quiet joke to Rand and then like disappears. Like, you know, so I feel like they didn't do enough of that depiction of Lan in the show. And so this for me was very like, I wanted to, he was so known for being such like an incredible fighter. Yeah, he is. Cooper, of course, posed for that one because it was a really difficult angle. And katanas are very, very difficult because they have a curve. And he has one. So I was down on the floor being like, okay, look really mad.
This is like, and see, that would be hilarious. Like, like the like watch, like someone video recording the two of you trying to like look at this, and the whole time just having like the final image in the background of the two of you and you two like laying on the. That would be fun.
Yeah, that one is definitely one of my favorites.
Why did it zoomed through for some reason? All right, there we go.
My mat.
This is also
one's
one of my
fantastic.
favorites.
Yeah.
And I painted all of these in black and white first, like full shading everything, and then I colorized them and then added detailing over, which is why they have a bit more of a muted look to them.
Yeah, I love the contrast between the background and the character. Also, the texture of the background is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. The streaky, like it almost looks like a wood panel painted.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool.
So the faces always look the same because I try to match the characters. This is my favorite matte. I feel like it's the one of the few times I actually really got him looking like Matt to me. But you'll know who these people are, Tom. Like Cooper posed for part of it, but so did Ross.
I was gonna say
one hand is actually Ross's and the other hand is Cooper's.
Okay.
Which is funny that I looked at for reference. And the belt is the fox and raven.
Oh yeah.
It's like
that's cool. And the moons. Mm-hmm. If you've been to JordanCon in the last few years, if you've seen a half-naked man dancing around with a horse mask on, you may have met Ross at the dance party.
He used to be registration.
This one is one of the top Moiraine. I like your Moiraine is one of my favorite Moiraines. Yours and Dan DeSantos. I like those two Moiraines a lot. I mean, obviously, Rosamund Pike is gorgeous, and I love her. She is Moiraine when I'm reading the books for sure now.
Yeah, but she's too tall.
Oh yeah,
and it drives me nuts. Like short representation.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah, I just love that Moiraine is like short, but also like powerful and
very powerful. Yeah,
strong-willed, and
not just in her use of the one power, but as a person.
As a person, yeah, and that's what I mean. Like as a person,
I love she's holding the ancient symbol of the Aes Sedai. Oh, and the old school Aes Sedai ring.
Yeah,
I love the old school Aes Sedai ring.
Those
obviously this is before the show came out.
Yeah, this was done in probably late 2018, finished in 2019. Okay. As you can, I always do the year next to my signature.
Oh yeah.
But she has the symbol of the Aes Sedai behind her, and but also the one power.
I always like seeing the Aes Sedai in like more plain clothes sometimes, like especially like mainly because like when a lot of media, I mean like we just watched X-Men where all of the characters' costumes are like ridiculous and revealing and like not logical for combat, a lot of them. So but like when it comes to like a novel that's deep like that, I like seeing things more practical, especially for the women, because like often they just throw women in these big, like they describe her walking around in a ballroom gown and like not any aspect of how difficult that would be to be in,
right? And
then fight in, and they make it seem like it's so easy.
Yeah. Well, this is definitely like the design that I did for the cards was closer to the books. Like I actually, if you look at my Eye of the World, it's like tagged all over it because I've got all these little thumbs in it, like with different scenes. And I reread and read the scene where they first meet her in Edmund's Field, and this is the outfit that she was wearing. And that I did on the card, and then this was kind of a redesign of that same outfit, but with the sky blue cloak and because it has silver ivy trim on the edging of the cloak. But I also did more of a closer accurate, but it's the same pattern on the deep blue and the same woven belt with a cream interior. And it's been like over 10 years since I did these. And like, I still remember like
all of the, do you know the codes for all the colors still probably?
No, because I never really did the hexadecimal, but I know it by eye.
Okay. Yeah, I'm terrible with colors. I could definitely see Cooper in this one.
Yeah, and it's my least favorite of the bunch because I really struggled with the face, and I struggled with the the point of view, but I wanted it to be like the scene where he, shows the I am the car and like the tattoos.
Also a great scene in season 3. Like I loved that scene.
Yeah.
That was such a good scene.
But this was one that I ended up having to do really quickly. So it wasn't my favorite. How long does it take you to do one? It really depends. Like I said, for these, I painted them on black and white first and then painted over them with color. Now I don't do that as much anymore, but it does help make sure that all of the lighting is the same when you do that, and that the saturations aren't all over the place. But it ends up being a little muted, which I don't love.
That's an aspect to painting and drawing that I never really thought of until I heard artists talking about it at conventions and stuff like that. It is lighting, like the way light is going to hit the body and have it naturally have shadows in the right areas and things like that. That's such a nuance to painting and drawing that
it really helps. Yeah. It really helps with value. I think for me, I just need to go in and do like a lot more saturation. And this one, I also tried testing out doing some more graphic elements, like with the sun beams. They're kind of like more like, to me, I was thinking like if it were printed as a card, it would be like gold foil.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. That would be really cool if like the bits of gold in this image were actually gold, and like I could really see it popping for the tattoos too. Like that would be cool. Like if the tattoos were foil, but the skin was the regular printing, that would be really cool.
Yeah, the tattoos, and then those like
the flex
angular like sunbeam lines.
Yeah. So when you're doing a piece like this, does that come in? Does the fact that it's going to be printed on a card, not just the sizing and things like that, but the fact that it's going to be on a card, could be hologram, who knows? How much does that alter your plan for the image?
Yeah, I factor in everything. And these days, like when I'm doing a painting, like painting to go on a wall, I'm also factoring in, can I print this well for calendars? Can I make this good digital wallpapers?
That's where that marketing.
Yeah, like can I make this like cards? And it's been a learning process, because the first time when I did the cards, the original files for those are the size of a playing card.
Rand for sure.
Yes, definitely. Right. Like the original size of those are the size of an actual
playing card.
And,
okay.
Yeah, and they were only 300 DPI, so they are not good sized up. And Tavern Tees at the after I'd finished, they're like, "Hey, can you bump these up to poster size, because we want to print posters of these?" And I was like, "Oh my god, I can't!" So now I've learned to do everything really big DPI, and then I can size it down or whatever.
That makes sense.
Then I can do really big versions. I wanted this to be, again, like the thought of like the cracking earth below her with the light of the creation power that she had. Like, to, again, if that were printed, it would be like a foil.
Oh, for sure. And this would be covered in, there would be so much foil in this.
Yeah. And I wanted it to be just really good representation of like the emotion and the power in that moment. Because I had done the calendar version where she was had the crystal going through Mouse from Time, and that moment where she was like turning to crystal and dying. And so I had that like really expressive moment. So I wanted this to be more of like the feeling of the her power.
I feel it. Like especially because you could see like those cracks are originating from her. Like that's what that feels like. And it really, like, her presence is powerful on the card. That's what it makes me feel, at least. And now I because you brought it up, all I could see now is like the foil versions of these cards. So I'm seeing like the cracks as foil, and her stole for sure. Like, would be really cool.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
And I think I used the stole from that calendar art, and then repositioned it and painted over it to make it. But like you can see she's crying in this. Like there's dirt on her face and there's tear streaking. In that calendar one, to the comment here, like she's holding it like a wand, but she is holding it a little bit more like a weapon. And she's screaming, like she's like, ah. And like the close up is the crystal going through his chest.
So good.
So that's one of my favorite ones. And in that one, the hands are mine. Often all of the Egwene, I was the pose for that. Like, so if you look at the transition poster of Egwene, that's my face. Like, I just modified it to look more like what I imagine in the books. But she's my favorite character, and I really identified with her. But it was also like she was similar to my height and had big brown eyes, and so I was like, okay, well,
long
and
hair.
I was the same age at the time.
Egwene, for me, I liked her in the beginning, and then when I first read the series, and then when she started to get into her, I know better than everyone, even the wise one, not just, but then when she started training with the wise ones more and started becoming final version of Egwene, that's when when she left while she was with the wise ones, and when she left the wise ones is really where I started falling in love with her again.
Same. That was when she became my favorite.
Yeah. And now we're back to the beginning again. But I really like these two.
Thank you. This is I really like this file a lot more than the one I did in the cards. Same thing with Perrin. I hate that Perrin is one of my least favorite versions of him that I ever did. But again, I started those at before I was even hired by Tavern Teas. I started them at 18 or 19 years old. I was still pretty young. And still going to school for art. So this is actually our two best friends. And you might have met them, Chris and Ashton, Chris Lindstrom.
Maybe. I know them, yeah.
So they posed, and actually I didn't change Ashton's face very much. So that looks quite a lot like her. But she to me looked like Fael. So she had
it kind of looks like my Perrin hammer.
Yeah, it does, because I looked at it. Okay. I was like, man, Tom had a really great one.
It's a really good hammer.
Yeah. It's actually really, really hard to find that type of hammer at the size that it's supposed to be, because it's not that would actually
it's not practical.
It's not practical.
I can assure you. Here, look. Where's my camera? Hold on. It's on the wall beside me right now. Yeah, there it goes. Boop. Boop. There it is. It weighs 68 pounds, and it's not solid steel. If it was solid steel, it would weigh 150 pounds.
Right, which says he's really strong. And it was actually the only time I got into a disagreement with Harriet, because when I did the dude who disappeared, can't remember his name. Yes, I always thought of Claudia Black as Fael when I was reading it at the time. She just really looked like her to me. And so if you look at the card art, it looks a lot like Claudia Black, because that's who I was looking at. I was looking at other people, but I ended up really looking at her. And not for this one though.
Okay.
But
Claudia Black.
Yeah, she was in Farscape.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yep. She was shit. Who was she in Farscape?
The lead.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
I'm forgetting her name. Yeah, she was in Stargate. Aaron Sun. Yeah.
Aaron Sun. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Who said it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. What was I saying before? The hammer. So
the hammer.
The only time I ever got into a disagreement with
Harriet. That's
which I lost because she's Harriet and she has the final say. Was the last calendar that we did. I did a painting of Perrin fighting the Darkhounds, and it was one of my favorites. And I had he's swinging the hammer and smashing it into one of the faces of the Darkhound, and
oof.
And the others are leaping at him. And it was a really big action scene for me. Comics was what I originally wanted to do because of the X-Men. And so I had practiced action a lot, and then I had gotten to portraiture and had gotten rusty. And so, but the way that I had it is the original sketches, which are some of my favorite sketches. again, I'm talking in parentheses. Here's the bonus content.
The bonus content. That's never going anywhere from Rapunzel.
Nope.
I'm saving that forever.
Yeah. So like when I was doing that, the original sketch was him coming down and over, because that is so heavy that you would have to do that rotation motion in order to not have your shoulders come out of their sockets.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Harriet was like,
it's power wrought, so it's lighter, is what she said.
yeah. Well, no, she said, I want him swinging it like a baseball bat. And
Okay.
I said, Harriet, like his arms would come out of his sockets if he was doing that. She said, I want him swinging it like a baseball bat. And then it was like, okay. So that's why it's doing that. But I've had so many people come up to me and complain about that. Like, oh, he wouldn't swing the hammer like that. And I'm like, I know.
Yeah. He wouldn't swing the hammer at all. If it was
he's
made
supposed to be like super powered, strong.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It's a magical weapon. It's it's lighter than normal. It has magical properties. I get it.
Right.
But that isn't solid steel. And if you were to hit something like with it, it might break because it's welded together, and welds hold really well, obviously. But like, if you hit something, if I have carried that around at cons, I could not imagine swinging something even half that weight at 45 pounds, or 35 pounds. Forget about if it was solid steel. No one is that strong.
Yeah. There is a wolf behind, like on the chair.
The wolf head. Yeah.
There's a wolf head. There's lots of little details like that around. And again, I use the same textures for the card art as this, and then just redid it and redesigned some of like the clothing. But I wanted to do those graphic design like foil like elements on them, so that's what they have, like the halos,
the gold and the halo and the trim on their clothes too. Gorgeous. I'm so sad that this didn't get made.
Yeah, well, like I said, there are canvases in it. I think actually the models have the canvas of that one. And I have the files. Cool. I could always play them again one day,
Yeah, hopefully they let you do that. I don't remember any of the other tarot cards. I was trying to think of like another tarot card that you didn't do yet, like, and who would you pick for it? But
yeah, I think the one that I like was debating on was like the Tower card, because like people always take the Death card as like, ooh, death. It's always done in movies like, oh no, but really what it means is like big change.
Big change,
because death is change. And so it's just like a very final change. So like the Tower card is more the one that like a shit's gonna be bad. Like
what card would Lanfear be?
Oh,
I don't know tarot cards enough.
It would be easy to put her as like the moon, like but she could also do High Priestess as well.
That's true.
I feel like there are actually a lot of ones that she would fit in. Well, there are 72 cards for a tarot deck. When I did
I know that.
I think actually it might be 78. When I did
Did you see that number and then get scared?
I was like, guys, this is a lot of work. Like that you need to I need to have a lot of sign off to do this. And Tavern Teas was like, no one's gonna buy a tarot deck. Like we don't know if we're gonna do that. And I was like, people will buy it. Trust me. Like people will buy it.
Especially at cons.
Yeah. Like there are enough characters. There are like 1,300
characters.
Yeah. Like there are I think they want to Guinness Book of World Record of like the most named characters in a series.
Yeah.
But I lost it again. For the card deck, it was 52 cards with 68 characters that I did, and I did it in a year and a half ish. Like the last 3 months was all like revisions, and a couple of them I had to redo. Like the Trolloc card, I had to completely redo. The first Trolloc I ever did looked like a teddy bear. And I felt like a really angry teddy bear. And Harry was like, we gotta start over. And I was like, I agree. But I still wanted to do a shirt that said, this is not a Trolloc with the teddy bear Trolloc, and on the back and say like, this is a Trolloc with the one that I did do finally. Because I thought it would be really great.
All right. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us and showing us this awesome art and just being awesome, because you're awesome.
Thanks. I can share it. I have it. Like I have it on it's on my Patreon. Like the teddy bear Trolloc. Yeah,
that's a perfect advertisement to get people to go to your Patreon.
Yeah.
Is you get to see the teddy bear Trolloc. I shared the link again for your website, which has links to the Patreon and all your social medias. Go and give Ariel a follow, and if you have the funds, subscribe to her Patreon. And as we talked about before, a great gift for someone is a commissioned art piece from a human artist.
I also have mugs and stuff like coffee mugs and T-shirts and stuff like that. So
you got to collect. Do I have my Dragonmount one? Oh no, I drink coffee out of it. It's downstairs. You got to collect all the mugs. You have to have mugs from everybody and put them out on the shelves. That's what I'm working toward now. I have to make a little shelf and put all the mugs from all the different people, from all the Watt content people on them.
Yeah.
Cute and cuddly and would eat your face.
Yes, I know. Like, I think it's great. I think we should do it. Like, Trolloc.
I support this. I mean, you could just make weird, like, just release, totally not a Trolloc art or whatever. Just name it something else. All right. Anyway,
man-eating monster.
I love all of you awesome nerds. Thank you again, Ariel, for coming and hanging out with us.
Thank you.
And I guess you want to tell people good night, Crystal?
Yep. Good night, Crystal.